They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Imagine twinkling lights, joyous melodies, and the magical charm of holiday decor. Pure bliss, isn't it? Step into the Tin Roof's annual Holiday Open House November 2nd to 4th. Enjoy delicious treats, dreamy door prizes, and be delighted with a gift for a qualifying purchase. Plus, sweeten the deal with 15% off clothing and Christmas decor. Add an extra sparkle to your holiday season and make your way to the Tin Roof, where the best gifts are always the ones you give, and the wrapping is always free.
Today's big deal.
You can save money and support local when you buy online with our Big Deal store at WPKYonline.com. You'll find deals from merchants such as Adams Breezy Hill Farm and Restaurant, The Joshua Tree, Posey Living Interiors, B&C Unique Boutique, Our Daily Bread, Willow Pond Catfish Restaurant, and from Nodes Barbecue. Click on the Big Deals logo at WPKYonline.com.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff McDaniels with Farmers Bank, your home for the Tiger debit card. Our team wants to wish both the Lady Tigers and Tigers good luck this fall sports season. So help us support Caldwell's future athletes by getting your Tiger card today. Only at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to Pro Shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Used Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice Used in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
Today's Pet Pointers are brought to you by Little River Vet Clinic, where Doctors Todd and Joanna Freeman have over 30 years experience in large and small animal care.
This is Dr. Joanna Freeman with Little River Vet Clinic. For today's Pet Pointer, we're talking about pet selection. Are you thinking about adding a furry friend to your family? It's important to remember a quality life for your pet starts with the perfect fit. When adopting a pet, making the process a family affair can lead to a perfect match. Whether you're a cat or a dog family, make sure to align your choice with your family's personality and time schedule. Also, if you have other pets in the home, consider how they will react to a new member of the family. The age of the pet is important too. Decide if you want to start with a puppy or kitten, or if you want an adult pet. We're all busy, but you are your pet's whole world. So it's important to spend quality time with your pet. Every pet deserves a loving home, and every home deserves the perfect pet.
For more help and information, visit their website at littlerivervetcadies.com and follow Little River Vet Clinic on Facebook.
Will Levis was named NFL Rookie of the Week on Thursday. On Thursday night, his Cinderella week shifted back to reality. The Titans fell to the Steelers 20-16 in Pittsburgh. The Titans took over the ball with less than 2 minutes left, marched 75 yards before Levis was intercepted in the end zone with 6 seconds left. It was the 8th straight road loss for Tennessee. Titans go on the road to Tampa Bay a week from Sunday. Kentucky at 5-3 goes on the road to Mississippi State Saturday night. UK is a 5-6 point favorite and needs to win to secure bowl eligibility. Tom Leach has the play-by-play for you Saturday night with coverage beginning at 4:30 on your home of the Cats, 106.5 WUKDZ. Elsewhere, number 15 Louisville welcomes Virginia Tech. Western is on the road at UTEP. North Dakota visits Murray State. Austin Peay is in Richmond facing Eastern. Auburn at Vanderbilt, and Connecticut plays at Tennessee. Kentucky is ready for basketball. Cats destroyed Kentucky State Thursday night, 99-53, in the final exhibition game before the regular season starts next week. Cats welcome New Mexico State to Rupp on Monday. And once again, your home of the Cats will be 106.5 WUKDZ. All our teams of interest get underway on Monday. Thursday night hockey, Predators lost at the Kraken 4-2. Preds remain on the road tomorrow as they visit Edmonton. A champion will be crowned after the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Sunday at Phoenix Raceway. Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, and William Byron are the 4 drivers in the hunt. That's your Friday Sports Edge. Have a great weekend. I'm Eddie Owen.
Join us on Tuesday, November 7th at 6 o'clock for your complete election results. Decision 2023 coverage can be heard on 1580 103.3 WPKY, WPKYonline.com, and our free WPKY app.
This is Pam Haberlock with Cozy Living Interiors. We carry furniture for every room in your home, as well as accessories and unique items. Our goal is to give you a relaxed and hassle-free shopping experience, and we're committed to giving you the best quality and price. We also offer after-hour appointments and in-home consultations. 12 months, same as cash.
This is Herb. We are your local U-Haul dealer.
Cozy Living Interiors, next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Cozy Living Interiors is everything a home should be.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on the Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
Question of the day. Who loves to eat?
Is that a trick question?
Okay, so who loves to eat for even less money?
Hello?
I eat all the
Just
time.
visit WPKYonline.com and click on Big Deals. It's a fabulous way to support local, save money, and eat.
You've been listening to your WPKY News Edge. Find news 24 hours a day at WPKYonline.com.
The following is a presentation of Edge Media Group, your home for University of Kentucky sports, Tennessee Titans football, Caldwell County football, Todd County football, Trigg County football, and YourSportsEdge.com. Western Kentucky's most comprehensive look at high school football starts now.
The high school football postseason is here, and we'll break down the matchups involving every Region 1 school in all 6 classes. I'm Scott Brown. This is your Sports Edge Football Friday. It's brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College, and it's coming up next.
Friday Night Football is here, and we start our coverage leading up to kickoff as Hopkinsville Community College brings you your Sports Edge Football Friday.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
First Southern National Bank wishes the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Your Sports Edge Football Friday is on the air, powered by Hopkinsville Community College.
The Fulton County Pilots.
The Pilots make the 276-mile trip to Louisville to play the Bearcats for the first time since 2011. Fulton County looking to snap a 16-game playoff losing streak that dates back to 1998. Fulton County's lone win this season came on October 13th when they edged Ballard Memorial 26-20. Last week was a 32-0 shutout loss to Hopkins County Central, a game that saw them accumulate just 114 yards of offense. For the season, Damian Hill leads the Pilots with 806 all-purpose yards and 8 touchdowns. Quarterback Preston Smith has thrown for 678 yards and 6 scores, but has been picked off 19 times. Meanwhile, the Bearcats opened 8-0, but lost to Campbellsville, knocking them down to a 2 seed. They closed the regular season last week with a loss to Henry County. KCD averages 32 points a game on offense, led by quarterback Ethan Harris, who puts up 161 yards a night and has thrown for 15 touchdowns. Dasani Wilson has added 1,017 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns. Kentucky Country Day has won 8 straight first-round games in the postseason.
The Russellville Panthers.
Last year, the Panthers won a single game in the regular season and still got to host a playoff game, losing to Holy Cross of Louisville 42-14. This year, Russellville won 2 games, both in the district. Once again, will host Holy Cross in the first round. The Panthers can score 21 points a night, but the defense gives up 38. Since taking over the starting spot at quarterback midway through the season, Hunter Hallman has thrown for 814 yards and 11 touchdowns. The former quarterback, Octavius McKeague, is now second on the team in rushing and second in receiving touchdowns. Holy Cross is 5-5. They won their last 2 games. They don't throw the ball a lot, but they have a dynamic running back in sophomore Jamari Pennebaker, who ran for 285 yards and 5 touchdowns in a win over Bethlehem 2 weeks ago. For the season, he averages 108 yards a night and has scored 9 times. Defensively, Holy Cross gives up just 18 points a game. These teams have met in the postseason 3 previous times. Russellville won in 2014, Holy Cross won in 2011, and last year.
The Ballard Memorial Bombers.
The Bombers struggled through a winless 2023 season, made worse when 2 players were hurt in an October car crash. Instead of making the 232-mile trip to play a 9-1 Campbellsville team in the first round, the Bombers are one of 2 schools in the state to opt out of the postseason. KHSAA rules allow for this so long as the request comes before the brackets are finalized.
The Caverna Colonels.
The Purple Colonels are district champions for the first time since 1985. It was the only time the school made the postseason before the KHSAA expanded to 4 teams from each district in 1991. Caverna's only playoff wins in school history came when they played 8-man football from 2000 to 2002. Tonight, the Purple Colonels host a 3-7 Bethlehem team from Bardstown. Caverna's last win over the Eagles came in 2008.
You're locked into your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
The Mayfield Cardinals.
The Cardinals made quick work of Edmonson County in the first round last night with a 68-0 win at War Memorial Stadium. The 68 points, the most scored by Mayfield in the postseason since a 70-0 beatdown of Caverna in 2009. St. Cartwright threw for 5 touchdowns, and the Mayfield defense came away with 2 safeties in the contest. The win gives Mayfield 45 first-round playoff wins in the past 46 years. They'll play Murray next week.
The Murray Tigers. The Fort Campbell Falcons.
The Tigers pulled away late to beat the Falcons 29-15 on post last night. Murray broke a 15-all tie with 2 touchdowns in a 3-minute span of the fourth quarter. Jeremiah Jones hit Isaiah Martin with a 66-yard touchdown to give the Tigers the lead. After a 3-and-out by the Falcons, Colin Wilson provided the insurance with a 24-yard run. Fort Campbell's season ends with a 5-6 record and a 7th straight playoff loss.
The Owensboro Catholic Aces.
The Caldwell County Tigers.
The Aces rolled through the regular season unbeaten, scoring 47 points a game while giving up just 11. Junior quarterback Brady Atwell has put up Tecmo Bowl-type numbers, 307 passing yards and 44 rushing yards a game with a combined 56 touchdowns. Throw in William Carrico and his 114 rushing yards a night and 17 touchdowns, and that presents a big problem for a Caldwell County defense that didn't get much resistance from Trigg County last week. The Tigers beat the Wildcats 41-7 for their first win of the season. Gus Fox had 6 catches for 152 yards and 2 scores and added a rushing score. Luke Parker was 10 of 14 for 190 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Tigers. Tonight is the 5th time Caldwell County and Owensboro Catholic have met in the postseason and the first time since 2010. Ocath 4-1 all-time against the Tigers in the playoffs. Caldwell's lone win came in 1999. Coverage of Caldwell County and Owensboro Catholic from Steele Stadium comes your way following your Sports Edge Football Friday on WPKY 103.3 FM and online at WPKYonline.com.
The Crittenden County Rockets. The Todd Central Rebels.
The Rebels' last win in the postseason came in 1996. Harold Wallace was the coach of the Rebels, who were just 2-8 in the regular season, but they beat Murray in the first round 14-0, followed that up with a 32-26 win over Crittenden County before falling to Mayfield in the third round. Since that loss to Mayfield, it's been 13 straight first-round losses. Todd Central 5-5, coming off a 29-26 win over Warren Central last week. Freshman Miles Redding threw for 145 yards and 4 touchdowns, setting the Todd County single-season touchdown record with 15. He and Quentin Grace have both rushed for over 600 yards this season and have combined for 15 touchdowns. Crittenden County comes into the postseason winners of 4 of its last 5 games. Only a loss to Mayfield kept them from a 5-game winning streak. Micah Newcomb threw for 287 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 34-13 win over Callaway County last week. For the season, he averages 176 yards a night and has thrown 20 touchdown passes to just 3 interceptions. Crittenden's defense has been opportunistic, to say the least. They have 24 takeaways. The last time these teams met, 2019, a 49-22 Rocket win. Todd's last win over Crittenden County came in that 1996 season we told you about earlier. Coverage of the Rebels and Rockets comes your way following your Sports Edge Football Friday on WEKT, the Todd 1070. You can also listen online at WEKTradio.com.
You're locked into your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic Sports in Kentucky. Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athlete. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
We continue to break down tonight's high school football schedule. It's your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
The Union County Braves.
In Class 3A, Adair County makes the 197-mile trip from Columbia to Morganfield to play the Braves, who suffered its first loss of the season last week to Greenwood 27-12. Quarterback Jaron Johnson had another big night on the ground for Union County, 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Adair County 7-3, but they give up 170 rushing yards a game. Losses to Glasgow and Hart County saw them get a 3 seed in their district. Offensively, the Indians are led by Lane Grant, who's thrown for 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns and added 1,400 rushing yards and 19 scores. Union County has held 7 of its opponents to 20 points or less. Adair County should provide them with a solid test. Adair County has won just 3 playoff games in 17 tries, 2 of those against Union County in 2015 and 2016. Union County's last win over Adair came in 2009.
The Hancock County Hornets. The Franklin Simpson Wildcats.
The Hornets are the 3rd seed thanks to district losses to McLean County and Union County. Last week, Hancock lost to Grayson County 15-14 despite outgaining them in total yards. Dylan Morris has thrown for 1,700 yards and 12 touchdowns to go with a balanced running attack that has seen 8 players run for 25 touchdowns. The Drop down to Class 3A has worked well for Franklin Simpson. They finished with an 8-2 record. A 21-18 loss to Hart County 2 weeks ago was their only district blemish. The Wildcats also feature a balanced run game with 3 backs over 400 yards, and as a team, they average 230. But it's the Franklin Simpson run defense that holds the key in this one. They give up just 83 yards on the ground. Hancock County has won 2 straight playoff openers, but those came in Class 2A. Franklin Simpson was the Class 4A state runner-up in 2016, then won back-to-back state titles in 2017 and 2018. But since then, they're just 3-4 in the postseason.
The Webster County Trojans.
The Trojans will travel 132 miles over interstate and back roads to find District 2 top seed Hart County. After a 5-1 start, Webster County dropped 3 of its final 4, but last week they ran for 433 yards in a 73-48 win over Fort Campbell. Jarvis Stark Scott ran for 188 yards and returned a kickoff for a touchdown. Jackson Edens added 121 yards and a score, and he too ran a kickback for a touchdown. Hart County 10-0. They allow just 15 points and 102 rushing yards a game. The Raiders run for over 300 yards a night. They'll go up against a Webster County defense that gives up over 160. Last year, Hart County got its first ever playoff win in 13 trips, a 43-36 win over Trigg County. Webster County, on the other hand, has lost 15 straight playoff openers. Its last playoff win came in 2002 when the Trojans advanced to the state semifinals before losing to Corbin.
The McLean County Cougars.
McLean County has never won a game in the Class 3A playoffs, dropping 4 straight from 2007 to 2010 before moving down to Class 2A. However, the Cougars have won 3 playoff openers in their last 4 trips. McLean 8-2, coming off a 38-17 win over Marshall County last week. Brody Klein ran for 113 yards and 2 scores, and Aiden Bolden added 107 yards and found the end zone twice. All told, the Cougars ran for 446 yards and 5 touchdowns against the Marshall's defense. Elijah Baldwin added 80 yards on the ground and had 17 tackles in the game. Glasgow is also 8-2, but losses to Hart County and Franklin Simpson relegated them to a 3 seed and a first-round road playoff game. The Scotties give up just 13 points a game on defense. Quarterback Easton Jesse has thrown for 1,800 yards and 17 touchdowns and added 410 on the ground. Last year, Glasgow saw an 11-game win streak in the first round end with a loss to Union County.
We continue to break down tonight's high school football schedule. It's your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
The Paducah Tillman Blue Tornado.
The Breckenridge County Tigers.
In Class 4A, one of the bigger mismatches on paper takes place tonight at McWright Field in Paducah. The 10-0 Blue Tornado of Paducah Tillman averaged 50 points, 316 passing yards, and 458 yards of offense a night. They'll host 3-7 Breckenridge County, who gives up 33 points and 305 yards a game. Tillman quarterback Jack James has thrown for over 3,000 yards and a school record 42 touchdowns. The Blue Tornado have won 22 straight first-round games. Breckenridge County doesn't have the same playoff pedigree. They're 3-19 all-time in the postseason, and their last win came in 2000. Tonight will be their first meeting in the postseason.
The Warren East Raiders.
Warren East travels to Bardstown to play a Nelson County program that has enjoyed success in the upper classes, but Thomas Nelson High has taken away some enrollment in the last decade and has dropped Nelson County from 5A to 4A. Nelson County 6-4, they rush for 254 yards a game. Warren East 7-3, they give up just 89 yards on the ground. Last year, Warren East advanced to the third round of the playoffs for the first time in a decade. Meanwhile, Nelson County made the playoffs last year for the first time in 8 years. Also tonight in Class 4A, Allen County Scottsville will travel to Bardstown. After a 5-game losing streak, Allen County Scottsville has won 3 straight games. Last week, Levi Cooper ran for 105 yards and a touchdown. and a 28-14 win over Barron County. Bardstown won 2 state titles in Class 1A, 2 state titles in Class 2A, and after 8 years in Class 3A, they made another jump. They're now in Class 4A. The Tigers are 6-4. They've won 4 straight games. The schools last played in 2016. That was a 46-22 Bardstown win.
The Logan County Cougars.
The Cougars are the 2 seed in the district with their 3 losses coming to South Warren, Paducah, Tillman, and Greenwood. No slouches there. While the Cougars are rolling up 31 points a game, they're giving up 24. Ridge Holman has thrown for 2,000 yards and 21 touchdowns, and Davin Yates leads the team in rushing with 737 yards and 11 touchdowns. Also is chipped in with 725 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. John Hardin is 4-6. They've lost 3 straight games. The Bulldogs saw a 4-game winning streak in the first round come to an end last year. The last time the teams met was 2002. John Hardin won in a slugfest, 47-33.
You're listening to Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
Hi, this is Jim Lancaster with H&R AgriPower. For a limited time, take advantage of 0% financing for 84 months on new Case IH Farmall tractors. Now is the time to get a great deal on a new tractor that works as hard as you, Case IH Farmall. Whether you're mowing, baling, feeding, loading, you name it, we have the tractor for you. Stop by and see us at H&R AgriPower in Hopkinsville today and talk to our sales team about the limited time financing offer you don't want to miss.
While supplies last, customers must qualify for program with CNHI Capital.
Pull up a chair. You're invited to the hottest breakfast in town. Join Todd Griffin for the WPKY Saturday Morning Quarterback Show. Every Saturday morning at 9, Todd sits down at the Biscuit Barn Ice Cream Eatery on West Main Street in Princeton. Get the inside scoop live with the coaches as they break down the game and give you more than just the numbers. Brought to you by the Biscuit Barn Ice Cream Eatery and the home for Caldwell County Tiger Football, 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Fiber internet is significantly more reliable than traditional internet options. EnergyNet's gigabit fiber will allow you to experience life on the internet without limits and barriers. Packages include whole home Wi-Fi, unlimited data usage, unparalleled reliability, no contracts, and 24/7 local support. Packages start at $59.95 per month, and we deliver the entire internet at full speed. You can sign up for faster, more reliable internet service at goenergynet.com.
We continue to break down tonight's high school football schedule. It's Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College. The Owensboro Red Devils.
The Ohio County Eagles.
In Class 5A, Owensboro, Graves County, and Madisonville finished in a 3-way tie for the first 3 places in the District 1 standings. The somewhat flawed KHSAA RPI broke the tie and gave Owensboro the top seed. The reward for the Red Devils, a home game with Ohio County, a school they haven't lost to since 2004. One of the more incredible stats in high school football this year is the run defense of Owensboro. They give up just 33 yards a game. Owensboro has won 11 of its last 12 first-round playoff games. Meanwhile, Ohio County 1-15 all-time in the playoffs. Their only win came in 2001, and since then they've dropped 13 straight first-round games.
The Madisonville Maroons.
The South Warren Spartans.
The Maroons drew the short straw in the 3-way tie. They're the 3 seed. They'll travel to South Warren in the first round. Both teams 8-2. Madisonville junior Canyon Johnson was named the District Player of the Year after throwing for 1,700 yards and rushing for 1,200 more for the Maroons, who averaged 44 points and 486 yards of offense. Meanwhile, South Warren's defense allows 21 points a game along with just 59 rushing yards. Madisonville has won 4 of 5 first-round games, while South Warren has won 11 straight games in the first round, and they have a 30-9 all-time record in the playoffs. The last time these schools met, 2016, that was a 48-20 South Warren win.
The Davis County Panthers.
The Bowling Green Purples.
These teams met back on September the 8th, and it was an easy 57-7 Bowling Green win. They've met 5 times in the playoffs. Bowling Green has won all 5, the closest margin, 41 points. Deuce Bailey has thrown for 30 touchdowns along with 2,700 yards for the Purples. They're 7-3. Apollo 2-8 with wins over Marshall County and Muhlenberg County, neither of which made the playoffs. The Eagles last won a playoff game in 2005. They've dropped 14 straight first-round games.
The Graves County Eagles.
The Greenwood Gators.
This has the potential to be one of the best first-round games in Class 5A as both teams carry a 7-3 record in the contest in Mayfield. Graves County features a balanced offense and a defense that gives up just 16 points a game. Greenwood averages 164 rushing yards a night with a defense that gives up less than 100 yards on the ground. Greenwood beat Graves County in the playoffs in consecutive years in 2015 and 16. Last year, they snapped a 4-game losing streak in the first round. Graves County advanced to the Class 5A state championship game in 2014, but they're just 3-8 in the playoffs since. Their last win over Greenwood came in 2013.
The Henderson County Colonels. The Warren Central Dragons.
In Class 6A, no one in District 1 has a winning record, but Henderson County won all 3 of its district games to snare the top seed and a home playoff game tonight. Henderson beefed up its schedule to prepare for both district play and the postseason. Max Thompson has taken over the starting duties at quarterback and is completing 57% of his passes for 811 yards and 14 touchdowns. He's aided by Anthony Burris, who averages over 105 rushing yards a night. Jack Ryan Royce has been a ball hawk on defense with 4 fumble recoveries and 2 interceptions. He also leads the Colonels in tackles. Warren Central appeared headed for a turnaround after snapping a 61-game losing streak last year and winning 5 games. However, the Dragons are 1-9 this year with a defense that gives up nearly 40 points a game. These schools last met in 2006, a 42-28 Henderson County win in the playoffs. It's been 20 years since Warren Central beat Henderson County and 10 years since they last won a playoff game.
The McCracken County Mustangs. The Barron County Trojans.
The Mustangs hit the road to Glasgow for their first ever meeting with Barron County. McCracken County completed the regular season at 4-6. Barron County was 5-5. The Mustangs appeared to find their footing on offense with 4 straight games over 28 points, but they've been held to a single touchdown the past 2 weeks in losses to Davis County and Graves County. McCracken throws more than it runs, while Barron County allows just 89 passing yards a game. Barron County has worked hard to change its football culture with a new turf stadium and improved game night atmosphere. They're a program that has played 24 postseason games and won 31 years ago against Oldham County. They look to snap a streak of 21 straight first-round losses tonight.
The Christian County Colonels.
Central Hardin was the beneficiary of its rival, North Hardin, having to forfeit 2 district games due to the use of an ineligible player. It boosted the Bruins into the top spot in a first-round home game. They play a Christian County team that's 2-8, mainly because of a defense that gives up 42 points a game. The Colonels have the offensive weapons to go toe-to-toe with Central Hardin. Quarterback Jordan Miles closing in on 2,000 all-purpose yards. He has 19 touchdowns to his name. Prince Northington II and Jay Sean Riley are the team's leader in receiving, but the Colonel defense has only 5 takeaways and they give up points in bunches. Central Hardin is led by quarterback Zachary Spurrier, who's committed to play baseball at the University of Kentucky. The 6'3" slinger has thrown for 730 yards and 3 touchdowns for a Bruin offense that averages 202 rushing yards a night. Christian County 36-36 all-time in the playoffs. They're looking to snap a streak of 5 straight first-round losses. Central Hardin 23-23 all-time in the postseason. The last time these schools met, 2002. That was a 42-7 Christian County win.
The Davis County Panthers.
North Hardin was expecting to be the top seed in its district, but was forced to forfeit 3 wins due to the use of an ineligible player. 2 of those wins were in the district, and it dropped them to a 3rd seed. The situation was a paperwork problem following a transfer last spring, and the player has been cleared to play for the remainder of the season. On the field, the Trojans would have posted a 4-6 record, one of those paper wins, a 45-16 thumping of Davis County back on September the 8th. The Trojans are pass happy, averaging 310 yards a night through the air. Sean Boykin, outstanding, 1,141 yards receiving and 4 touchdown catches. On the other hand, Davis County allows 146 passing yards, and that's not the best mix against North Hardin. The Trojans saw its streak of 4 straight first-round postseason wins end last year to Davis County with a 34-27 loss. After losing 8 straight playoff games, Davis County has won 5 of 11.
You're listening to Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
Legacy continues. Caldwell County Tiger football and 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Entering its 10th year, the Planters Bank Season of Giving is a bank tradition that has a goal of bringing awareness to community organizations. This year, the focus is on local and area businesses. Gifts, experiences, and delicious meals will be spotlighted for each of the Planters Bank communities. Planters is sharing a little about the many wonderful small businesses in this area in hopes of bringing additional awareness and even new customers their way during this holiday season.
Give it your all this season, Tigers. Good luck from the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center.
The Caldwell County Tigers are coming off its first win of the season last week against Trigg County, but it gets much tougher tonight against unbeaten Owensboro Catholic, the 6th time these schools have met in the postseason. I'm Scott Brown. This has been your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College. Coming up next is the Caldwell County pregame show from Steele Stadium in Owensboro.
Coming up next, we head to the stadium for pregame coverage of the Caldwell County Tigers. This has been your Sports Edge Football Friday on WPKY 103.3 FM and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Want faster, more reliable internet? Penny Ryle Electric is proud to help power EnergyNet fiber internet service. Stream your favorite shows, game with unlimited data, work from home, or power your home security with a reliable EnergyNet connection. EnergyNet has gig-speed fiber internet packages starting at just $59.95 per month. And we offer local support. Check GoEnergyNet.com to see if EnergyNet fiber internet is available in your home.
Tomorrow night, the Cats head south to put a muzzle on some growling hounds. Let's go! Mississippi State Bulldogs and your Kentucky Wildcats.
Our UK Wildcats take on the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Coverage begins tomorrow at 4:30 on WKDCRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
Black Patch Grill says, "Go Tigers! Good luck this season."
Tiger football is on the air on 1580 103.3 WPKY on your free WPKY app and worldwide streaming audio on WPKYonline.com. It's time for the Caldwell County Coaches Show on WPKY.
It's playoff time, and the Caldwell County Tigers are in Owensboro tonight to take on the Owensboro Catholic Aces. Good evening, everyone. This is Todd Griffin of WPKY Radio and YourSportsEdge.com. The Aces are 10-0 and the number 1 seeds from the 2nd District of Class 2A. The Tigers are 1-9 and the number 4 seeds from the 1st District of Class 2A. Kickoff time at Steele Stadium in Owensboro is coming up at 7 o'clock. We'll talk to Tiger head coach Aaron Mclung about the matchup after this on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Celebrate Thanksgiving with The Joint. From finger-licking barbecue to delectable smoked turkey, they have everything for your festive feast. Don't miss their special pre-order. Fill out the online form, pick your mouth-watering mains, delectable sides, and lip-smacking desserts by the 12th of November. With The Joint, you're not just enjoying a feast, you're supporting a local business. See their full menu online at thejointbbqwky.com.
Hi, this is Lauren Brandon, and I'm proud to have served in this community for 45 years. As a bank that's been part of the Princeton community for over 139 years, we've seen many changes. As we celebrate First Southern's first 40 years as an organization, we know any achievements we have had are because of the customers we have worked alongside. We look forward to spending the next 40 years and beyond serving you. For more information, visit fsmb.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At YourSportsEdge.com, we strive every day to continue to bring you the gold standard in high school sports coverage with more on your teams and your players.
Where did it show up there?
And while they are not gold, those crystal awards we have won for doing what we love to do are pretty cool too.
That's something you see every day.
The Kentucky Broadcasters Best Digital Product Award winner. YourSportsEdge.com.
Good luck to all Tiger athletes from Bella Marie Boutique. Go Tigers!
Tigers and Aces in Owensboro tonight, and we're talking with Tiger head coach Aaron Mclung about the matchup here as we get ready for kickoff time coming up at 7 o'clock at Steele Stadium tonight. Coach Mclung, a tough test for you guys, but it's the postseason, and you guys arrive with a win.
That's right. You know, we're really happy that we won a game last week, and we're excited coming off that. We got a really tall test for us this week, playing one of the best 2A teams in the state. But you know, when you get in this time of the year, you're going to play good people, especially when you're the 4 seed in your district, and you're going to get a 1 seed from the other district. And I really feel like some of the best 2A football in the state is played in this end of the state. So obviously, we're going to end up going up to Owensboro Catholic, and they're going to be a good football team, and we're just going to see what we can do.
Owensboro Catholic, not just a number 1 seed, but some people think they might be the number 1 seed overall in Class 2A.
Well, they played a pretty good schedule. They have a pretty high RPI. They have some really good wins. So, you know, they play Owensboro and some of the other Daviess County schools, and they've beaten all them. So they're tested. They're a quality football team on both sides of the ball. So, but we've been tested too. We haven't won the games like they have, but we've played some good people too. So I feel like the kids are excited about going up there and playing a game. And, you know, that's all you can do is prepare and then go up and give your best effort and see what happens.
Yeah, how much of a bounce did you guys get this week just by getting that win last week?
Oh, I think it was a big bounce. You know, kids have been excited about being out at practice. Practices change when you get to this point in the season. You're not banging a bunch at practice because you don't want to get somebody hurt going into the last few games. So, you know, we've been spending a lot of time in team. We do the basics that we do all year in the warm-ups. We've been spending a lot of time on special teams, you know, making sure that we give ourselves some options to make some big plays. You know, we add some stuff in, but it just changes once you get to the playoffs.
Yeah, you guys have actually had some kids that you've kind of added as you've gone along this season, and one of them is Timothy Nichols, and you haven't added him, but he's added more roles.
Yeah, Timothy has been our kicker all year and plays soccer. And when soccer ended, he told me I want to do more, Coach. So he's playing a little bit of linebacker, playing a little bit of safety for us. We actually moved him off some of his kicking duties because we want him running down the field making tackles. So Sutton, luckily we have 2 really good kickers. So Sutton Ritchie's been handling some of our kicking duties, and TT's been focusing on our punting duties and playing in our secondary. And, you know, he made several tackles last week, and I think he's got 20 tackles or so on the season. He likes contact. He likes to hit. He probably if he would have played football full time, he probably would have been a really good player for us. But he chose to play soccer, and now his soccer career is over, so we're going to use him full time, and I think he enjoys it. I think he's having fun out there, and he's a nice pickup. We've lost some kids in the secondary, and TT has stepped in for us and done a good job.
Another place is quarterback. You used several people there. What's kind of the plan for tonight?
Well, Luke has played really well since Jack got hurt in the Crittenden game. Luke has stepped in and done a really good job. So we're gonna let Luke play, and that was our plan all along. We're gonna play all three of our quarterbacks, and when somebody starts playing well, we're gonna ride that hand, and we feel like Luke is that guy right now. And that allows us to play Dalen in the secondary. He's a good DB for us. That allows Jack to focus on playing linebacker. He's also our leading tackler. So it's worked out good. I don't know what's changed for Luke, but he's more comfortable in the pocket. He's moving around. He's making plays. He's running the football. He's doing a good job. And sometimes when you don't have a clear-cut picture at a position like quarterback, you just got to let it play out, and that's what I feel like we've done this season. We've just kind of tried to let them play to see who the best one at the time is, and right now I think it's Luke, so he's going to be our quarterback tonight.
Well, and another kid that's kind of come back to the team is Luke Maddox, and that's helped you guys in the skill positions on offense. That's
helped us big time. Luke's a really good athlete. He's one of the fastest kids on the team. He's got a lot of moves, and we've brought him back, and we've moved him into the backfield. He played an outside receiver for us early in the year, and we were really struggling in getting him the ball and getting him touches. So, we moved him to the backfield so he could touch the ball more. He's not a big, overpowering kid, but he's got a few jukes. So we put him in the backfield. We throw him the ball out of the backfield. We get him some touches out of the backfield. He's not going to break a bunch of tackles because he's a little guy, but he's given us a little bit of spark back there. And, that's really what you want to do when you're running an offense is you just want to get your best athletes. You make sure they're getting the most touches. So it's taken us a while to get it sorted out, but I feel like we've improved, and I hope he has a big game tonight.
The offense has been a struggle at times this season, but you put up 41 points in the win over Trigg County. Is that kind of the sort of offense you thought you would see out of this group a little earlier in the season?
I'm going to be honest, Todd, I thought we might see it in week one. Yeah. I thought we had the potential to start off the season with that kind of offense, but we've started slow for a variety of reasons. It seems like every week it's something different, but we have improved as the season goes on, and we're not going to make excuses. Like I can make some excuses right now, but we're not going to make excuses because those games are behind us. So hopefully now that we've figured some stuff out, maybe we'll play well tonight, and we'll carry that over into next season. We don't have any seniors at our skill positions. And so hopefully we've sorted some of our problems out during this tumultuous season, and hopefully we can carry over our improvements into the next season.
Do you prepare any differently because it's playoff time this week?
Well, you spend a lot more time in team. That's the time change hasn't happened yet. When the time change happens, you really have to spend a lot more time in team because you run out of daylight. But you spend a lot. We've been running individual drills for going on 16 or 17 weeks. So you hope all your foundational stuff is in. Your kids have had enough tackling, they've had enough basic blocking stuff, and we're ready to just focus on game planning. That's really your main focus when you get into the playoffs is you're trying to come up with a game plan that gives you your best opportunity to win.
Tigers taking on Owensboro Catholic tonight in the first round of the playoffs. And, Coach, we haven't played Owensboro Catholic in a regular season game in a while, but we are still a little familiar with the Aces.
Yeah, we scrimmaged them a couple years ago, and those kids that were freshmen, those kids that were sophomores on that team will be seniors now. The Atwell kid was a freshman. I remembered that this week. He came in and played the JV time. He was impressive then as a freshman. So we're going to see some of those kids. Some of our kids have gone against some of those kids. They're a really solid football program. They do a lot of things right. they don't take a lot of risks. They just play solid football. You can tell that they get in the weight room. They're big, strong, physical kids. So they're where we want to get to. We just want to go out and give them our best shot Friday night.
We're talking with Tiger head coach Aaron Mclung as the Tigers get set to take on Owensboro Catholic in a Class 2A first-round matchup tonight. We'll come back and have more with the coach after this on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Have you thought about Thanksgiving yet?
I'm thinking barbecue from The Joint. It is so good.
Yeah, good idea. I love their smoked turkey.
And they have all the extras, too. Amazing sides and desserts. And I don't have to do anything except enjoy the day.
There you go. Sign me up.
You can pre-order now online until November 12th.
And it's cool. We're even helping out a local business.
Trust The Joint for your holiday meals and catering. The Joint BBQ, WKY.com.
At Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky, you're treated like family. Because to them, family is everything. Johnson's has the reputation of helping customers with brands you can count on, like GE Appliances. Shop their selection of GE appliances with premium finishes and features that make household chores easier, giving you time to do what matters. Bring home the long-lasting quality of GE appliances today. Trust Johnson's for furniture, bedding, and appliances. Because you're like family, and family is everything.
The winningest college basketball program of all time.
Forever! The greatest tradition in college basketball.
Kentucky basketball.
Pull up three, right time.
Lives here.
UK basketball is back. Hear all the coverage of UK taking on New Mexico State. Monday at 5:30 on WKDCRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
We are back with Tiger head coach Aaron Mclung as Caldwell County takes on Owensboro Catholic tonight in the first round of the Class 2A playoffs. And, Coach, you mentioned him a little bit there, but Brady Atwell, he's kind of the main cog for the Aces.
Oh, yeah, he's their leading rusher and their leading passer. He's a big kid, 6'3", 215, 220 pounds, impressive looking, can make all the throws. When a throw's not there, he moves around the pocket well. They have a lot of design runs for him. He for a high school kid, he's a really good runner, fast. So, we're going to focus a lot of our attention on trying to stop him. He's a junior. He's probably, depending on what kind of recruiting service you look at, he's a top 10 quarterback in the nation. So, I would expect he's probably pretty heavily recruited, and I know you want to win. You want to win games, but it's kind of cool to say you've played against a kid that's probably gonna end up at a Division I school, playing quarterback at a Division I school. I know I remember some of the guys I played with that went to Division I. And in college, I played against some guys that played in the NFL. It's pretty cool to get to go out and be on the field with those guys. You'll talk about them to your kids and grandkids as you get old, and you can tell people, I played against this guy, and that's an impressive thing. D. Kane is on our coaching staff, and there's several NFL guys that he has tackled. Kenneth Walker, he played against Kenneth Walker. He tackled Kenneth Walker, and it's pretty cool to get to go out and play somebody that's a really good football player.
Brady Atwell with 3,073 yards passing this season. I believe that leads the state in passing yardage. He leads the state in 45 passing touchdowns. Tops in the state, just 5 interceptions. So the obvious comparison when you see a kid like this is, Elijah Sindelar.
Mm-hmm.
Does he kind of look a little like Sindelar to you?
He's got some of the same skills as Sindelar did. I don't think he's as I would say Sindelar was a little taller and a little longer than the Atwell kid. This Atwell kid's a thick kid. He's a big, thick kid. I don't think Sindelar was. And when he was in high school, I don't even think he ever got close to 200 pounds. Elijah was kind of a skinny kid, but I also don't think he was probably as fast as Elijah. He's fast, but Elijah was pretty fast for his size. And he wants to run more than Elijah. Elijah wanted to run, but he wanted to run. We didn't have any designed runs for Sindelar, and a big part of Owensboro Catholic's offense is designed runs for the Atwell kid.
Now, they run a little spread offense, but he's the main guy.
Yeah, they run a spread offense. And that's one thing I feel like has kind of been a good thing for as we've gone through practice this week. Our kids are really familiar with their formations, with their concepts, because we do a lot of those same things. And they've seen them for years. They run, I don't know if they're part of the system anymore, but you can definitely see system influences throughout their offense. And, they're not going to – it's not their scheme that beats you. It's how well they run their scheme. They're really good route runners. They're really good blockers. They play hard. So, they're just a good football program.
And if the name Atwell sounds familiar to Caldwell County fans, he is a nephew of Travis Atwell, who played at Hancock County back in the day. Went on and played college football, was actually at the University of Kentucky for just a little bit, but had some injuries. But he was a Mr. Football at Hancock County, so this kid's kind of got some ties to some famous people.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another Caldwell County connection for this kid. When Travis Atwell was a freshman, his head football coach at Hancock County was Bill Henry Cartwright.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I think Bill Henry Cartwright coached the Atwell kids' dad at Campbellsville.
Oh, wow.
So that's a little bit of a Caldwell County connection.
Yeah, that's a former Caldwell County Tiger standout who went on to the University of Kentucky. So we have a couple of connections. But overall, do they kind of look like some of those Caldwell teams of the past where, Owensboro Catholic is averaging 47 points a game? There was a year there where I think we were averaging right at 50 a game. So when you watch the film of them, do they remind you of some of those Tiger teams?
Yeah, I would say that's fair. They're one thing that I would say that they are make them kind of familiar is they're really good at all the way across the board. You know, like the years in the 2010s when we were really good. We weren't well. In 12, we were a Tez dominated offense at receiver, but after that we always had 4 or 5 good receivers, and that's the way Owensboro Catholic is. They have good receivers across the board, couple good running backs, just like we used to, and and then just play solid offensive linemen. They don't have any Division I offensive linemen, but they have a good group. Chip Pride has been coaching the offensive line there for a while. He's an old system guy. We've done camps together and stuff, so they're just solid up front, and they're balanced, and they have a really good quarterback.
Defensively, what do they look like, and do you guys think that with the progress you've made the last few weeks, you can exploit a few things?
Well, I hope so. They're not a defense. Mayfield plays a lot of man and comes after you a lot. They're really aggressive defensively. Owensboro Catholic is not going to be that aggressive defensively. They're going to play a lot of zone. They're going to leave some spaces in the grass. One thing that they are exceptionally good at is pursuing to the football. They're not going to take risks on defense. They're going to play it safe and rely on their guys to just pursue to the ball like crazy. So it's a different style. You got to be super disciplined to take advantage of it. You got to take what they give you, because if you get overly aggressive and just start throwing it, or your run game is one dimensional, they're gonna eat it up, because they're gonna get to the ball. They get to the ball well. They have their middle linebacker, number 4, is probably as good a linebacker as we'll see all year. And if you don't get him blocked, he's a man among boys. So we got to be smart and take advantage of the spaces they give us, and maybe we can put together some long drives and keep their offense off the field.
Yeah, I was going to say the obvious way to keep Atwell from having a big impact on the game is to keep him on the sideline.
Yeah, you want long drives that end in kicks.
Yeah.
So.
Tigers and Owensboro Catholic tonight in a first-round matchup, and Coach, our second time, I believe, this season getting to play on the artificial surface.
Yeah. And some people don't like turf. I like turf. One good thing about it is you're not going to play in the mud.
Yeah.
In turf, you don't have to worry about if it's going to rain or not. It's not supposed to rain. I think it's going to be warmer Friday, so the temperature shouldn't really affect us very much. So I like playing on turf. It's a nice stadium, nice locker rooms, close to the field. So be a great place to win a game.
Yeah, as far as trips go, it's not really that bad a trip, you know.
It's all Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you want to go through Calhoun, which I don't recommend at night. But you can go all Parkway. It's an easy trip, not very many turns, so that's a good place to play.
Well, what are the keys to success for you guys tonight?
We want to sustain drives on offense. I think that's the main thing. We don't want to focus on going for it all right at first. We want to drive the ball and have long drives and stack up first downs. And I think defensively, it's just the opposite. You want to make them drive the field, possibly try to create some turnovers and not give up big plays. They thrive on big play touchdowns.
Like I said, it's a big challenge tonight, but Owensboro Catholic, again, not just a number 1 seed, but maybe the overall number 1 team in Class 2A, which is actually has some really good teams at the top this year.
Oh, yeah. Them and Mayfield have been in the top 4 all year. So, hopefully they will be looking ahead, maybe overlook us. Maybe we'll get a couple turnovers early and find ourselves in a chance to win the game.
All right, good luck to you guys tonight.
Thanks, Todd.
That's Tiger head coach Aaron Mclung as the Tigers get set to take on the Owensboro Catholic Aces in a first-round playoff matchup. Stay tuned. The Tiger pregame show is next here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Celebrate Thanksgiving with The Joint. From finger-licking barbecue to delectable smoked turkey, they have everything for your festive feast. Don't miss their special pre-order. Fill out the online form, pick your mouth-watering mains, delectable sides, and lip-smacking desserts by the 12th of November. With The Joint, you're not just enjoying a feast, you're supporting a local business. See their full menu online at thejointbbqwky.com.
Caldwell Medical Center would like to invite you to attend a weight loss seminar the first Tuesday of every month. They will meet in the education room at Caldwell Medical Center at 6 p.m. Please join Dr. Mobley, Caldwell's very own general surgeon that specializes in medical and surgical weight loss. If you can't come in person, join them on Facebook Live. Once again, it's the first Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. at the Caldwell Medical Center. Hope to see you there.
Time to head live to the stadium for a preview of tonight's action with the WPKY Sports Crew. The Caldwell County Tiger pregame show is on the air.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Steele Stadium on the campus of Kentucky Wesleyan College in Owensboro, Kentucky. Tonight, the Caldwell County Tigers enter the Class 2A playoffs against a team that many view as one of the top 2 teams in Class 2A, the Owensboro Catholic Aces. Caldwell County comes into the ballgame at 1-9 after picking up their first win of the season last week against Trigg County. OCATH, on the other hand, stands at 10-0 and atop the 2A RPI rankings. We'll start breaking this one down on the Farmers Bank pregame show next on your home for Caldwell County football, 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and online at WPKYonline.com.
At Goodwin Insurance, they select their insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with the agents at Goodwin Insurance, you can count on receiving fast, courteous professional service with quality protection. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
Hi, this is Jim Lancaster with H&R AgriPower. For a limited time, take advantage of 0% financing for 84 months on new Case IH Farmall tractors. Now is the time to get a great deal on a new tractor that works as hard as you, Case IH Farmall. Whether you're mowing, baling, feeding, loading, you name it, we have the tractor for you. Stop by and see us at H&R AgriPower in Hopkinsville today and talk to our sales team about the limited time financing offer you don't want to miss.
While supplies last, customers must qualify for program with CNHI Capital.
Bradley Furniture wishes all the Tigers good luck this season.
Welcome back to Steele Stadium and into the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Their team wants to wish the Tigers good luck this season and to let you know they are there to support you. You can bank on it. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Bruce McAllister here for the call in the booth. John Miller on the production tonight. We'll talk to Todd Griffin down on the sideline just a little bit later here in the Farmers Bank pregame show. Bob, Bruce, a very tough draw for Caldwell County in this one, us being the 4 seed, Owensboro Catholic the number 1 seed, 10-0 on the season. And a lot of people think this team could go on to win the 2A state title. So it's a big task for the Tigers coming into tonight.
Certainly a big task, Dennis, coming into tonight. And one of the things that we'll talk about is one of our weaknesses all year has been our pass defense coverage. And obviously one of Owensboro Catholic's strengths is the ability to throw the ball and catch it. Brady Atwell is by far one of the better quarterbacks in the state. In fact, we heard on the Coach Mclung show that he's one of the top 10 junior quarterbacks in the country. So, obviously we've got athletes on the other side of the field, so we've got to work cut out for us tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is, probably anything short of divine intervention. This is probably not going to be a victory for the Tigers, but I got to go back. When I was coaching in Adair in 1995, we played a game against Franklin Simpson they eventually lost that year in the state finals. Loaded team, That week of practice, we did a few things different with the defense. We did some line shifts. We put in a couple of offensive plays that hadn't been seen all year. And, initially we got momentum and it worked. We got up on them 14-7. Then we wound up losing 60-something to 14. But, it was really fun to start that game. Like I said, we hit a couple plays and scored. We had them a little confused and flustered. And, that was a lot of fun. That's kind of what this team needs to look at tonight. Is just, not focusing on trying to score and to win. It's just, going out, having a good time, doing, for just, having fun. Just play the game. Another way of looking at it, you can tell your kids too, the Atwell kid, there's, a lot of colleges are going to be looking at film on him. Well, you know what? Go out and make a name for yourself, get on film. And maybe a coach spots you. So you've got some personal motivation right there as an individual to go out and play hard and do your best. So, for a lot of these, the seniors, it could be the last game. So, just, go out, don't leave it on the field and play hard.
Just about 25 minutes before we kick this one off, guys, we had a chance to talk with Coach Mclung a little bit before the game tonight down on the field, and it is a turf field, a great-looking stadium here at Kentucky Wesleyan College. But talking to Coach Mclung, what do you tell these guys going in when you're actually a 43-point underdog tonight against one of the top-ranked teams in the state in 2A? He says, we're going to come in and we want to be a pain in their side. We want to get out here and do anything we can just to get under their skin, to play as hard as we can and maybe come out with a little surprise early on.
Yeah, as coaches, you look at it differently than as fans. As fans, you look at the game as winning. As coaches, you look at it preparation of putting your game plan in offensively and defensively, doing things to score, stop the other team from scoring. And obviously you want to win, but the outcome is not the focus. It's the process to the outcome. And so, that's, exactly the way the coaches are going to look at it. Like I said, just get things, try to find some things that they think will work. Because like I said, ultimately they know they're outmatched. But just, you go out and play hard, take pride in yourself, pride for your school, and lay it all on the field, and then, sort it out when it's done.
24 minutes before we kick this one off. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have tonight's injury report, also a look at a star player for Owensboro Catholic. That's still to come on the Farmers Bank pregame show right after this.
At Trice's, they're ordering it your way. How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exteriors with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Trice's in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit tricehughes.com. That's tricehughes.com.
The WPKY News Edge team is dedicated to keeping you informed around the clock. News, weather, and sports. Join us weekdays at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5. Plus 24/7 when you need it at WPKYonline.com and worldwide on the free WPKY app. The complete coverage you deserve from a proven partner. No fees, the way it should be. We are 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Welcome back to the Farmers Bank pregame show as we get set for Caldwell County and Owensboro Catholic here from Steele Stadium on the campus at Kentucky Wesleyan College. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Bruce McAllister here with the breakdown tonight. Guys, we're coming into tonight against a very good team. You look at the media poll from the Courier-Journal. They have Lexington Christian at number 1, Beechwood at number 2, Owensboro Catholic down at number 3. The RPI rankings have Owensboro Catholic at number 1 and Mayfield at number 2. So you know the votes you're going to get from the Courier-Journal and areas like that up around Louisville, up around Lexington, and they're going to favor those teams. You hardly ever get a lot of love for teams in the western part of the state. But this team tonight in Owensboro Catholic could be a team that carries the trophy back to Owensboro.
Absolutely, and you're right. We are, as you've mentioned, Dennis, a decided underdog tonight. So, let's go out and play free, play loose, hit people. And, the other thing that you can take out of this game is that it leads into what we need to do in the offseason to get bigger, stronger, quicker, and next year on the football field be more of a threat, obviously. And it starts now. It starts tonight.
That's a good segue into what I was going to lead over to Bruce. Bruce, having coached on a staff before over to Dare County, does the season as it went for Caldwell County, you're 0-9 on the season, facing 0-10 last week against Trigg County. Does this kind of motivate the returning players next year to start taking the coaches a little more seriously about getting in the weight room and doing the things that they need to do to be a better football team next season?
Well, you hope it does, because, the football teams are made in the winter. I mean, when I was standing on the field before the game started talking to Coach Riley and Coach McGowan, our kids are just they're young kids, a lot of them, and they're not strong. I mean, their arms are not developed. I looked at Atwell kid before the game. He's walking in the shirt, and he's got arms that are as big as my legs. So, that's what they've got to focus on. And hopefully the momentum a little bit from last week. Tonight that they get the motivation and stay with it through the winter. But that's what separates teams from being very good and good, because it's tough, it's arduous, the weight room is boring, there's no reward for it. You get in there and work, and hopefully these kids will buy into that and get on board with it this winter and get to develop.
Bob, before we go to the next break, let's take a look at the injury report brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center. Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the field. Our skilled team of providers have the experience and knowledge to treat and diagnose a wide range of orthopedic services. Caldwell Medical Associates is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics.
And Dennis, what we don't know is we have not been told if there's anybody that's out due to an injury or whatever, but we see a couple kids down on the field dressed in jerseys, and we know they're not suited up. So I would say that the best way to approach it is we're not at full strength.
Xavier Lee, for one, a kid that's been on the field a lot for the Tigers this season, obviously in street clothes, and will not be in tonight's contest. We're going to take a break. When we come back on the Farmers Bank pregame show, we'll go down to the sideline with Todd Griffin for the first time tonight, so stay tuned for that. That's next on the Farmers Bank pregame show.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Entering its 10th year, the Planters Bank Season of Giving is a bank tradition that has a goal of bringing awareness to community organizations. This year, the focus is on local and area businesses. Gifts, experiences, and delicious meals will be spotlighted for each of the Planters Bank communities. Planters is sharing a little about the many wonderful small businesses in this area in hopes of bringing additional awareness and even new customers their way during this holiday season.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling to Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
Show live from Steele Stadium on the campus of Kentucky Wesleyan College. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Bruce McAllister. Here we're going to go down and talk to Todd in just a minute. Guys, a beautiful night for football this time of year. It's almost ideal. Temperature's going to be in the 50s throughout the ball game tonight. We're on a turf field, so no slick spots, no high grass, no lines that you can't see like we've seen at times this season in some of our travels. This is a beautiful field here at Kentucky Wesleyan, and it's going to be a fun night for the kids to play on it. 16 and a half minutes or so before we kick this one off. And the kid to watch tonight for Owensboro Catholic, everybody knows about. We've talked about him already with the coaches show tonight and then now in the pregame show. Brady Atwell, the kid is the real deal. He has thrown 45 touchdown passes this season, ran for another 11, both the top passer and the top rusher for Owensboro Catholic, just a junior. So this kid's going to get a lot of looks from some D1 schools over the course of the next season. But stopping Brady Atwell is akin to stacking water. It's just a tough job to even think about trying to do. Your thoughts on what we do against Brady Atwell tonight?
Well, I think we've got to game tackle. We've all throughout the season have not tackled very well, Dennis, and he looks like he's the kind of kid that if one guy hits him, he's going to bounce off that guy. So we've got to contain him and take him down when we get the chance to.
Yeah, I haven't obviously watched any film to prepare as a coach would, but I think defensively we're going to have to play soft zones. We're going to have to just try to keep things in front of us. I don't think we have the athletes to man up on these guys and play them man. So, you just try to keep everything under you, come up, and then make the tackle when they make the completion. Like I said, just make them earn a drive. Don't give them, 1 and 2 play drives for touchdowns. If they're going to score, make them go 8, 10 plays. But it's going to be a tough match. It's a real tough matchup for us athletically. And like I said, we'll just, I know the kids will play hard. They've played hard all year. And so I expect them to do that. And we'll just, see how it comes out in the end.
Could be compounded a little bit by the fact we have 2 new starting cornerbacks tonight as well. We see the band down on the field, so we're going to watch out for the national anthem here in just a minute. But right now, our Go Green field reports this season have been brought to you by Go Green Lawn Care. Big thanks to those guys for keeping our fields in great condition. Go to Go Green for all of your lawn care needs. Also, Princeton Nursery and Lawn Care is your place for all of your fall decorations. Don't forget, they do a great job at landscaping, and don't forget the mums and the pumpkins. Right now, let's go down to the field for the first time tonight with Todd Griffin.
All right, Dennis, thanks. I think we're getting ready for the national anthem down here, so we're going to throw it back up to you guys and let you have the national anthem.
All right, we'll take a break for the national anthem. We come back, we'll go back down to the field with Todd after this.
At Caldwell Medical Center, our transitional care patients receive the same care as they would in a skilled nursing facility, including physical, occupational, respiratory, speech therapies, and more. Every situation is unique. We help our patients reach their personal goals for independent living, all delivered with the care and compassion our patients deserve. Right here, close to home. For more information, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athlete. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Financial planning should be specific to you and your life circumstances. That is why we created Invest FB Wealth Management, a division of Farmers Bank. Hi, I'm Jeff McDaniels, Invest FB's lead financial advisor. Whether you're saving for retirement, starting a business, or planning your family's future, our individual and comprehensive approach can help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us today at our Princeton or Eddyville offices to start a conversation about your individual financial needs.
Gear up, Tiger fans. Every Friday night following your 5 p.m. news edge, WPKY kicks off Friday Night Football with a look at the night's action around the area. Then, don't miss the WPKY Coaches Show. WPKY's Todd Griffin tackles the stats and numbers and get the scoop straight from the coach. Brought to you by the Joint Barbecue Wings and more in Eddyville. The WPKY Coaches Show, the home for Caldwell County Tiger football, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Hey, it's Tess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We like playing games, but we love making winners. Look at you go, girl!
You did great, girl. You did wonderful.
You got it! That's exciting. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us.
Right.
Weekday mornings, 6 to 9.
What
station made you winner this morning?
WPKY. WPKY.
WPKY in Princeton.
WPKY.
Go with the good old America, WPKY.
And welcome back to Steele Stadium as we get set for the Caldwell County Tigers and the Owensboro Catholic Aces in the opening round of the 2A playoffs. That national anthem brought to you by our friends at VFW Post 5595 and also the VFW Auxiliary, and we appreciate those guys coming on board with us this season to bring you the national anthem before each ball game. We went to him once. Let's go down and try it again as the Owensboro Catholic marching band goes off the field. Let's go down for a Go Green Field report with Todd.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Thought we were going to have a little quicker start to the national anthem there, but we have had the pregame prayer and the national anthem here at Steele Stadium, and about 10 minutes away from getting things kicked off tonight. We've got Chris George with us down on the sideline tonight as we get ready for action. Chris, when I look at this Owensboro Catholic team, I got to admit it kind of reminds me a little bit of those Caldwell teams from about a decade ago, the way they put points up.
Yeah, just looking at the Atwell kid and the other quarterback tossing in pregame, doing long toss of 50-plus yards effortlessly, just really tells you what we're in for tonight, and I think they're probably going to put on an offensive show, Todd.
Well, I think the biggest hope for Caldwell County tonight is we can put together a lot of 8-minute drives. Of course, if you join us for our halftime moment in history, I'll tell you about another long drive a Caldwell County Tiger football team had against this Owensboro Catholic team. But Caldwell just one win against Owensboro Catholic. We've only met 5 times. They've all been in the playoffs. And Chris, I'll be honest, when I look back, I was a little surprised we haven't played up here since 2010, but we have been up here a few times for scrimmages, so it's not like these two teams are totally unfamiliar.
Yeah, and you know, Owensboro Catholic historically runs a similar system to what we've ran in the past, and tonight's going to be one of those games where the best offense the best defense may be a good offense, and trying to play keep away with them as best we can, Todd.
If you pull this one off, though, man, they'd be talking about this upset forever.
Oh, it would be one for the ages. It would garner statewide news tomorrow if somehow Coach Mclung and the boys can figure out how to pull this one off.
But more than that, I think from a coaching standpoint, you just want to come out here tonight, do what you want to do, and have a good showing.
Yeah, the big thing tonight is come out of this game healthy, end the year as best you can. You got the high of getting that one win last week, and I was really proud and happy for Coach McClung and the fellas. And, you just go out and try to do some things and really use this night to catapult you into the off-season conditioning, spring practice, and get ready to line up and do it again next August.
All right, thanks, Chris. Dennis, that's a situation down here on the field. Back up to you guys, and it looks like we're not far away from having the coin toss tonight, so I'll hustle over here and get ready for that.
All right, Todd. We always like hustle. That's one of the things we love about this team. 7 minutes before we kick this one off tonight from Steel Stadium, Bob, Bruce, your thoughts on tonight coming in? We're going to look at a team that's likely, of course, the heavy favorite, likely to pull out a win. But you look at a opponent for Owensboro Catholic. Should they win this game, go into next week, they've already played either of their two opponents. They beat Crittenden County 62-12. And Todd Central 57-7. So those two teams, a couple of teams that are playing later on tonight to see who advances to play Owensboro Catholic. This team is a team that will be at home all the way up until the state semifinals. So it's the real deal tonight. Your final thoughts before we kick this one off?
You're right. I would hope that we could come out and kind of stymie them a little bit in the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of the game and maybe give us some confidence, but we've got a really tall task ahead of us tonight, and we could probably use about 5 or 6 breaks tonight, Dennis, like a couple kickoff returns, a fumble return, interception return, so on and so forth. So I can't wait to see how we compete against Owensboro Catholic, and as I said earlier, we've got to be able to tackle tonight.
All right. The captain's heading out to the middle of the field. We'll take it down to the field for tonight's coin toss with Todd.
All right, once again, Tigers and Aces tonight here at Steel Stadium in Owensboro. Team captains getting ready to meet at midfield for Caldwell County. Just Maurice Seals and Cole Sherrill out here tonight to call the toss. Tigers, as the visiting team, will get the honor of actually calling tonight, and we'll see if the Tigers, if they win it, if they want the ball or want to defer.
Gentlemen, your coaches have said that you're properly equipped by the rules of the game and abide by the sportsmanship code of conduct. That means white will talk to white, green will talk to green. It's our pleasure to work your ball game tonight. Coaches, any last-minute questions? You're the visiting team. That's heads. That's tails. That's heads. Heads, tails. I'm going to let it hit the ground, call it in the air.
Tails.
Tails, he calls it. It is heads.
Yes, sir. We would like to receive.
Want to receive?
All right, guys, you hear it there. Owensboro Catholic wins the toss, and they want the football. Let you in a little secret. As we were walking out, they actually asked Coach McClung the Tigers' intentions, and if Caldwell County had won the toss, the Tigers wanted the football first here tonight. So a little different game plan as we get into the playoffs.
Thank you, Todd, for that. And, Bob, I'll let you tell the folks about our coin toss sponsors, if you will.
I will, Dennis. Our coin toss tonight is sponsored by Farless Realty. Are you ready to sell your home? Call Farless Realty today and let a realtor sell it for you. Ready to buy a home? Don't waste precious time. Farless Realty can help, and interest rates are still good, and the market is still hot. They will work hard to find you a home that will fit you and your family and your budget. Contact Farless Realty at 270-365-5058 or stop by 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. Check out all their listings on Facebook and at farlessrealty.com.
Just about 3.5 minutes before we kick this one off tonight, and about this time every Friday night during a game we have our prayer before the game. So we'll do that right now. Holy God, thank you for another Friday night. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the field tonight, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways they never thought possible.
And further, Lord, we ask you to give comfort to the people suffering over in the Arab world, Israel. We ask you to give courage and sportsmanship to the players, patience and understanding to the coaches, wisdom and knowledge to the game officials, and lastly, peace to us all. We ask these things in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. 3 minutes before kickoff here, Bruce, I'll let you go over the uniform colors tonight for both squads.
Well, as Dennis can't differentiate colors, I guess I
can do Caldwell's. I know blue and white there, but I'm going to leave you with Owensboro.
It looks like Owensboro has got on green jerseys, black pants, and a white helmet. So they got 3 different colors they're working over there. Well, Caldwell's got 3 as well with the gold, the white, and the blue. So we've got a veritable rainbow on the field tonight.
And what we could use is a little bit better lighting out here at Steele Stadium. It has a dark overcast to the field tonight, in my opinion.
I think we get kind of spoiled to the Dustin Cash look at home with how beautiful that field looks and the lighting at Caldwell County at times. But this is a great field. But you're right, Bob, for a college field, it's not the brightest field that we've ever been to. Looking forward to this one tonight. Caldwell County in the playoffs at 1-9. Owensboro Catholic at 10-0 on the season, ranked high as number 1 in the RPIs, number 3 in a media poll. So it's a team that's in that talk for the top spot overall in Class 2A. That's going to wrap us up here tonight on the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. We'll take a break. Kickoff is next.
Fredonia Valley Bank, thriving within our community since 1894. Its roots run as deep as the valley itself. Much has evolved since 1894, but Fredonia Valley Bank's dedication to being your hometown financial institution remains unwavering. In this era of financial unpredictability, you can rely on Fredonia Valley Bank's impressive years of exceptional service. Place your trust in them as they are prepared to care for your needs. Fredonia Valley Bank, local people, local decisions, and local commitment, your true hometown bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The legacy continues. Caldwell County Tiger football and 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton. It's a Friday tradition. The smell of popcorn is in the air. The WPKY sports crew is ready. Get on your feet, Tiger fans. It's kickoff time. Caldwell County Tiger football is on the air. Don't miss a moment of tonight's action. Listen live on the free WPKY app, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on the air at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Back to Steele Stadium. Time for kickoff. Kickoff brought to you by Purcell Tire. Kick off this season with a vehicle checkup with Purcell Tire in Princeton. Keep your vehicle running great so you're never late for school, work, or the ball game. That's Purcell Tire, 62 West in Princeton. Also ask about their car care package.
And the first quarter is going to be brought to us tonight by Cozy Living, Interiors and Boutique. They just celebrated their 6th anniversary under the ownership and management of Pam and Hab Haverlock. They offer beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gifts. They also your local U-Haul dealer. Cozy Living, Interiors and Boutique, located on Northfield Drive in Princeton. Everything a home should be.
Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Bruce McAllister here for the call tonight. Also Todd Griffin down on the sideline with the Go Green reports. It's going to be Sutton Ritchie to kick it away for Caldwell County. Owensboro drops deep. William Carrico and Noah Reinerson. And we are underway in the playoffs. Good kick by Ritchie. Drives Reinerson all the way back to the front of his end zone, bobbles it into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback. Owensboro Catholic will come out and start at the 20-yard line. That will bring Brady Atwell and that offense out. We'll have a lot of juniors and seniors in the key players for Owensboro Catholic, but Brady Atwell, just a junior, putting up phenomenal numbers on the season. He's thrown at a 72% completion rate and just a ton of yards on the season. They have over 3,400 yards as a team through the air this season.
As they say, he's the real deal.
Big kid back there out of the shotgun. Atwell takes a snap, goes to the air first, swings it out, complete at the 22-yard line and pushed out of bounds near the 28-yard line. That is number 2, Mitchell Sims. And this is a team that I think we talked about in the pregame, or Todd talked about with Coach Mclung. They don't just have one good receiver. They have one very good receiver, but they have a lot of very good receivers to complement that one. And Atwell will spread the ball around quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, they're pretty loaded, Dennis. They've got guys that can play pretty much top to bottom on this team.
Another one to watch out for is number 9, William Carrico. That kid's caught for over 1,100 yards. Over the middle, it's complete. Good coverage by Caldwell County's Gus Fox, but that's complete to number 8, Noah Reinerson. And it's a first down, Owensboro Catholic at the 40-yard line. That coverage was nice by Gus Fox, but it was a pinpoint pass by Atwell to Reinerson. And it gives the Aces a first down at their own 40-yard line. Just underway here, just about half a minute gone in the ball game. Caldwell County showing blitz. We'll see if they bring it. They drop back. It's complete at the 44-yard line. Shakes a tackle, gets into Caldwell County territory, and down to the 45-yard line. That was number 9 on the catch, William Carrico.
You know, the first 2 plays from Catholic, that, you know, kind of what I alluded to in the pregame, they threw it under, they made the tackle, but then that play there threw it under, but we missed the tackle, and they got about an extra 10 yards out of it.
Atwell is almost a foot taller than the back that stays in the block for him. This time complete at the 38-yard line, trying to shake a tackle. Finally, several Caldwell County Tigers come over and still on his feet, but finally stopped at the 35-yard line. Looks like Reinerson on the catch for Owensboro Catholic. So Catholic coming out like we thought, Bob. They throw the ball about twice as much as they run. Second down and 1 coming up for the Aces. They do the play action, get some pressure on Atwell. He shakes a tackle by Fox, going to keep it himself, pick up the first down and then some as he gets across the 25 and down to about the 22-yard line.
Well, they got good pressure on the Atwell kid there, but again, I know he's not easy to tackle, but they did miss the tackle, and like I said, got about 15 yards out of it.
We don't have the measurements on Atwell, but looking like about a 6'2", 6'3" kid back there.
Yeah, I've not seen anybody put that well together since Will Brown back in the early 80s.
That's a high bar. To the end zone it goes, and incomplete. Late coverage by Caldwell County's number 2. That is Luke Maddox playing cornerback tonight, along with Dalen Lander. Able to break that one up out of the hands of Noah Reinerson.
You know, playing this Atwell kid's kind of like playing Tim Couch if Tim Couch could run the football.
Similar sizes, and I think there will be similar recruiting by the time it's done for Mr. Atwell. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Aces. Atwell tries to set up a screen, does. It's complete. And down close to a first down. That was a late developing screen.
Yeah, it slowed down because our line was rushing upfield and then realized what was going on, and they stopped. So it caused Atwell to do a little double take, but we still had time to get the pass completed, but it was still good reading and recognition on the defensive line.
Looks like third down and about the length of a football from the sideline. And Bob, again, no measurements here. Once again, we wouldn't want it to happen in the last week of the season. And it looks like they may mark this one as a first. I think there's some discussion as the officials standing over the ball looking to the sidelines, and they are going to give it a first down for Owensboro Catholic. Chains moving on the far side. 10:07 left to play in the first quarter. First possession of the ball game went to Owensboro Catholic as they won the coin toss tonight. They've marched it down the field from the 20. It's Atwell looking to the end zone, has an outlet pass, goes down the sideline. It's complete and a touchdown, Owensboro Catholic. And I think that was number 15. Looked like Elijah Blair, maybe. So Owensboro Catholic takes the opening kickoff, goes 80 yards in 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And it's 6-0 Aces as they bring out number 17, Andrew Garvin, sophomore, to try the extra point attempt for Owensboro. They get set for the snap. It's a good snap. Down, kick is up. Plenty of distance, and it is good. So with 9:54 left to play in the first quarter, it's Owensboro Catholic on the board first, 7-0. Back after this.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
When we say
classic hits,
we mean
I just died of your arms tonight. 675-309. Alright now. Benny on the Jets. Miami just will.
listen to WPKY worldwide at
WPKYonline.com. WPKY.
We are back to the campus of Kentucky Wesleyan College. Caldwell County set to take the kickoff after Owensboro Catholic took the opening kickoff 80 yards and put it on the board for a 7-0 lead. Short kickoff's going to bounce at the 22-yard line, picked up by Caldwell County, immediately hit. That was Luke Maddox. Great coverage by Catholic. We'll put Caldwell County, looks like at their own 22-yard line. And they will have the first chance at the football tonight. At quarterback is going to be Luke Parker. Parker started the season at quarterback. Had a span there where we had a little Jack Roach, some Dalen Lander also thrown in for good measure. But now, last couple of games, it's been Luke Parker, and Luke's playing some good football after filling back in at starting quarterback. Parker with the snap. Hand off to the deep back out of the run formation. And not much there as Owensboro Catholic clogs it up.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a struggle to run. I mean, they're a lot stronger than we are up front, so I don't think at this 2-point stance we're going to get much push on them. So, you keep knocking on it. You can't just throw it out the window, but I don't expect it's going to be very successful.
And it looks like Caldwell County maybe lost a yard on the play back to the 21-yard line, where it'll be second down and 11 on the play. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left for Parker. Two back set. Parker, shovel pass back over to Maddox, and Maddox is going to get hit in the backfield as well. Owensboro Catholic really quick off the ball, and Maddox loses ground back to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, we're kind of going the wrong direction here. Maybe get something, get a little something here. Who knows? Hit something, get a first down, and keep it going.
Parker's going to send a trip set out to the right. Drops back, has a blitz from the corner. Parker running, now scrambling, came close to the end zone, comes out towards the sidelines, going to throw this one away and bring up fourth down and 13 for Caldwell County. Owensboro Catholic brought a blitz off the end, and nobody was there to pick it up. Parker had to scramble, and fortunately wasn't caught in the end zone as he had a foot inside the end zone.
Yeah, that's less than optimal way to start on the offensive end. A few first downs, run a couple minutes off the clock, but looks like we burned about a minute and 30 seconds off of it on that drive. So
8:30 to play in the first quarter. Tigers trailing this one 7-0, having to punt it away. Good punt. It's going to come out, take a hit at the 43-yard line. We'll see, though it took an Owensboro Catholic bounce, and they're going to mark it out of bounds at the Caldwell County 40. Nichols on the punt. And Catholic will take over in great field position after taking the opening kickoff 80 yards. This time they'll start at the Caldwell County 40-yard line. 8:23 left to play in the first quarter. Catholic leads this one 7-0. Opening round of the 23 playoffs. Atwell complete on a little slant down to the 30-yard line. That was Sims on the catch. Mitchell Sims, a senior wide receiver for the Aces. Atwell quickly back to the line of scrimmage, takes the handoff. It's a run play this time, trying to get to the edge, and Caldwell County has it snuffed out. Good coverage over there by Gus Fox. He's able to take down Noah Reinerson. Reinerson trying to get out to the edge on a little sweep, and it's Gus Fox taking care of business for Caldwell County. Bruce, nice play by Fox on that side.
Yeah, I think, so far Owensboro Catholic looks a lot like the system teams. If you can throw it, you can throw it, but the running games for most of them is not what they do well. And kind of wish they'd run it some more.
Atwell, pressure in the backfield, escapes it. He's going to keep it himself, takes it down the field, and he's going to be close to a first down. And I think they will move the chains as Atwell gets inside the 20.
Yeah, Noah Bailey got through there and got pressure on him. It just Atwell slipped away from him, got down, and got the first down, as you said.
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Aces. Catholic wastes no time getting back to the line of scrimmage. Atwell gets it set up. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Atwell. Another handoff this time. Finds a hole on the left side of the line. It's Reinerson again. Gets it down inside the 5-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up for Owensboro Catholic, as this team is trying to make a statement and make a statement early. 7 minutes left to play in the first quarter, and it's 1st and goal Catholic. Atwell to the end zone, complete, and a touchdown, Owensboro Catholic. That one all too easy for the Aces.
Yeah, he had way too much space there. You know, you're on the 6-yard line. The defensive back has got to come up. I mean, they can't get much further behind you, and so you've got to come up and press them a little bit. And he didn't, and there was 5-6 yards between him and the guy when he caught the ball.
There was Carrico on the reception. That's his 18th receiving touchdown this season. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 6:54 left in the first quarter. Catholic 14-0 over the Tigers. Back after this.
At Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky, you're treated like family. Because to them, family is everything. Johnson's has the reputation of helping customers with brands you can count on, like GE Appliances. Shop their selection of GE appliances with premium finishes and features that make household chores easier, giving you time to do what matters. Bring home the long-lasting quality of GE appliances today. Trust Johnson's for furniture, bedding, and appliances. Because you're like family, and family is everything.
The WPKY News Edge team is dedicated to keeping you informed around the clock. News, weather, and sports. Join us weekdays at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5. Plus 24/7 when you need it at WPKYonline.com and worldwide on the free WPKY app. The complete coverage you deserve from a proven partner. No fees, the way it should be. We are 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Back to Kentucky Wesleyan College. Owensboro Catholic kicks it away. It's going to be Maddox from his own 10-yard line. Takes it up the field into a crowd and gets brought down at the 25-yard line. And Caldwell County will come out and try their second offensive possession of the night. The first one ended on a 3-and-out. So we'll see if Caldwell County can get a first down, try to run some of this clock up, because that's the best defense Caldwell County really has tonight, Bob and Bruce, is to let that offense maybe get a drive that lasts 3, 4, 5 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer, to keep that offense for Owensboro Catholic off the field.
Yeah, first downs are the friend tonight, because that's, like I said, our best defense is an offense that can stay on the field. So hopefully they can be a little better drive this time.
A-Bone set up. Quick hit over to the far sideline is complete, and I'm not sure they got back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see on the reception. Looked like Fox on that side with the catch. Ball was spotted on the 23-yard line to start this drive, and actually lost a yard on the play. So 2nd down and 11 coming up for the Tigers. 3 receivers set to the right this time. Parker, one back in the backfield to block. He takes it, gets a little bit of pressure. Quick hit over to Maddox. Maddox with the catch, but again, covered well, and it's almost impossible. Mobley was there to block for Maddox, but Mobley was looking at 2 green jerseys, and another loss on the play back inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we knew it coming in, but I mean, they're just athletically, they are just so much better than our guys. It's going to be tough sledding to get any offensive production.
3rd down and about 15 to go for Caldwell County. This is a very quick defense, guys, probably the quickest we've seen all season. Parker rolls, has some pressure, trying to get away from that, getting to the sideline, and he's just going to have to step out of bounds as he crosses the 20. And it'll be another 3-and-out for Caldwell County.
I'm not sure. I may not suggest we go back to my suggestion of the Mayfield game of punting on first down at this point.
Or maybe we could run from punt formation. That's.
Or yes, we could. Yeah, we could just line up in punt formation and let Timothy Nichols just run.
Nichols was in offensively for Caldwell County, so that's a young man that after soccer season asked for a little more responsibility. Coach Mclung gave it to him, but he's going to be in to punt this time. He'll make contact from about his own 10-yard line with 5:23 left to play in the first quarter. Angles it towards the sideline. This one a nice punt. Comes back to the middle with it. It's caught by Owensboro Catholic at the 48, and having to retreat is Carrico. Now Carrico trying to use some of that speed to get to the outside. Finds a hole. He's down the sideline. One player to beat, and it's Carrico cutting back inside. Fights his way down inside the 5-yard line. What a return by number 9, William Carrico. There's another kid that's going to have a lot of scholarship offers knocking at his door as he takes that ball from the Owensboro Catholic 48-yard line, and the spot is on the 4-yard line of Caldwell County.
Nichols had a really good punt there, and we had it covered. It's just a matter of,
You didn't pin him down when he caught it, and he got to that outside, and it was off to the races.
Yeah, their horses are faster than our horses.
Hand off again to Carrico, tries to bull ahead. Stops short of the goal line, but picks up a couple. 4:52 left to play in the first quarter. Owensboro Catholic leads this one 14-0. Looking to score on their third consecutive drive. Catholic at 10-0 on the season. Owensboro rushing a player in. Still 18 seconds on the play clock. And Owensboro Catholic sets up with 2 receivers on each side. They'll put one in motion. Flags come in. And we'll see what the call is. It's against Owensboro Catholic. That'll back them up 5 yards. So it'll be second and goal from the 9. Let's take a quick hit down on the sideline for a Go Green report with Todd.
Yeah, number 50 just getting a little quick start that time for the Owensboro Catholic Aces, so that'll back them up 5. But, Owensboro Catholic, as good as advertised coming in, offensively really strong, and, defensively I think maybe a little better than we even anticipated up to this point.
Todd, I think I'll have to agree with you. They cover plays just about as well, especially to the outside and quickly, as any team we've seen, and probably better. So it's going to be a tough night for Caldwell County to even try to get outside. Still some discussion after the penalty, but the ball's finally spotted. They put it on the 7-yard line. Or now make it the 8. And it's Atwell dropping back, looking to the end zone, gets some pressure. It's Mobley trying to get to him, pass into the end zone off the hands of his intended receiver in the backside, but a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold against Owensboro Catholic. So right now the officials are our best friend, as Owensboro Catholic will get backed up another 10 yards after the hold call. Cooper Mobley broke through that line, guys, and had a hand on the jersey of Atwell trying to pull the big kid down.
And he pulled him down just as Atwell released the ball.
See where the official spot is on this one. Looks like about the 18-yard line. And it will be second and goal from the 18. Atwell takes a snap, empties his backfield out. Now he's going to have to run again. Again, Mobley in the chase. Atwell throws to the end zone. That one off of Caldwell County player's hands. It looked like Gus Fox got a hand on that one, knocked it away, and third and goal coming up for Owensboro Catholic. The Aces had the ball at the 4-yard line, first and goal, couple of penalties, and now it's a long shot for Owensboro Catholic.
Yeah, that was a good play by the defense. The quarterback had a little time to throw the ball, and the secondary held up, and then when they flushed him out of the pocket, Fox made a break on the ball and made a good play on it.
Atwell drops back, gets good protection, route to the corner, and it is caught for a touchdown. Great catch and good coverage by Caldwell County. That is number 2, Sims, making a really good catch. Caldwell County had that one defended well. I think that was number 21, Drew Stevens, defensively for Caldwell County in a great position. Just an extremely good pass by Atwell and an equally good catch by Sims. And it's now 20-0. That score coming with 3:55 left to play in the first quarter. 3 possessions, 3 scores for the Aces. Extra point attempt, high snap. Caldwell has some pressure. This one sky high. And it is good. It went about as high as it did far, but it's Owensboro Catholic 21, Caldwell nothing. Back after this.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
Hey, it's Jess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We'll get you ready to start your day with sticky notes and local, regional, and national news updates at 6:30 and 7:30. Complete Weather Edge forecast, jump in a Wayback Machine, birthdays and anniversaries at 7:30. Catch up with Community Calendar and cover local issues, events, and even share the love with Coffee Talk at 8 a.m. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Back to Kentucky Wesleyan College and Steele Stadium. Penalty on the kick is going to be enforced here on the kickoff as Catholic will put it in play from the Caldwell County 45-yard line, so a personal foul penalty of some type. Short kickoff is going to be fielded. Caldwell County at the 6. It's Maddox trying to get back out and hits a crowd of Aces shy of the 20-yard line. 3:49 left to play in the first. Let's go down for a Go Green Field report with Todd.
Yeah, guys, the Caldwell County Tigers guilty of roughing the holder, I believe, or maybe the kicker, but a couple of guys got hit on that extra point. I think that's why the ball shot straight up in the air, and that was the 15-yard penalty. So Tigers with poor field position need to make a play here somewhere, get that first down, and get settled down.
Yeah, the kick looked like a Bruce McAllister wedge shot from up close.
Very similar.
Snap back to Parker. Parker with the handoff up the middle. And, guys, it's running is going to be very tough for Caldwell County because I don't know that we have positive yards at this point on the ground, but not much there anytime Parker's able to hand it off.
No, we're just, like I said, we're not going to move these guys up front. And like I said, you can't completely abandon trying to run the ball, because it's not like we're doing much better passing, but it's just they are so physically superior to us up front that it's not much going to happen there.
Caldwell County is going to send out Leighton Wall wide on the near side. A-bone set for Parker. Parker with the pitch. It's going to be an option, and Fox thought about throwing it, decided to turn it down and run with it, and got nowhere. He's going to lose yardage back inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I think that play was designed to throw it back, I think, to Luke. I'm kind of sitting here somewhat partially blinded by the press box wall here, but I think that's what he was looking for on that one, and he was covered, so he just went up having to eat it and got tackled for a pretty big loss.
There was a play on Monday Night Football similar that the back didn't get it off, and they interviewed one of the star retired backs, and he said, I didn't care if I would complete it or not. I was going to throw it. I was not going to run out of that set because it's impossible. It's Parker on the keeper, trying to get to the outside, and goes out of bounds near the 20-yard line. 2:18 left to play in the first quarter, and it's going to be 4th down still for Caldwell County. Let's see if he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Does, and gets it down to a 4th and 8, but I still don't see you taking any chances with the football here. I know you're down 21-0 against a great team, but they are going to bring the offense back out.
Luke Parker in punt formation.
And it is going to be Parker to kick this one away, or see if something's on for Caldwell County. Usually Nichols is in this spot. Snap is high to Parker. Parker pulls it down. It is a fake. He tried to hit Lander, but it's going to be incomplete. Lander was open at the 30-yard line and just overthrown. But you kind of felt like something was up there when Nichols didn't come out and Parker did. Caldwell County turns it over on downs, and it's going to be Owensboro Catholic from the Tiger 18-yard line. Let's go down for another Go Green report with Todd.
Yeah, some of the Owensboro Catholic defensive players were actually yelling out, different punter. So, I think they were kind of aware. But, that pass is down a little bit and you have a chance to make the catch. Maybe that play works a little bit, but, some pressure too, and Luke trying to get rid of the ball quick and just overthrew him.
It's Atwell on the pitch. Ryan trying to get back to the other side. It was cut off on the right, turns it back to the left, and gets it down near the goal line. Let's see if there's a signal. And he's going to be stopped just shy of the pylon. That was Reinerson on a little pitch. Got to the right side. Caldwell County had that one strung out and covered well on the right side. Reinerson doubled back and almost puts it in for Owensboro Catholic. First and goal from, Bruce, you say about the 1?
It's inside the 1. They're just right on the doorstep.
Handoff is going to be a walk into the park by number 15. That is Elijah Blair on the carry, a senior for Owensboro Catholic. And that will run the score to 27-0, pending the extra point attempt coming up. Still in the first quarter of this one, 1:48 left in the first.
That previous play would have been some great pylon cam footage. There's like 5 guys right on top of it.
We'll put that and see if that's in the budget for WPKY next year, Todd.
That would be awesome. That's some of the greatest views. That's one of the greatest innovations in college sports coverage or all football coverage is that pylon cam. I mean, you get such a great view looking right down the line, and especially when it's coming right at you, too.
Well, Todd, if you'd be willing to take a pay cut, I'm sure the budget would allow for it.
I don't know. Depends on how clear you want that picture.
I don't think we're having a pylon cam the way I got the response. Catholic in to try the extra point attempt. 4 possessions for Owensboro Catholic and 4 touchdowns. This kick up, and kid's got a strong leg. That one's good. 1:48 still left in the first. 28-0 Aces.
We're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore at Joyner Hardware on Main Street in Princeton.
Pull up a chair. You're invited to the hottest breakfast in town. Join Todd Griffin for the WPKY Saturday Morning Quarterback Show. Every Saturday morning at 9, Todd sits down at the Biscuit Barn Ice Cream Eatery on West Main Street in Princeton. Get the inside scoop live with the coaches as they break down the game and give you more than just the numbers. Brought to you by the Biscuit Barn Ice Cream Eatery and the home for Caldwell County Tiger football, 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Welcome back to Owensboro. It's the Catholic Aces, 28, Caldwell County nothing. OCAT about to kick it away. Still 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. We'll give you a little Princeton traffic news right after this. Kickoff is up. Fielded again by Maddox. Maddox trying to pick his way around. Has a good return this time out across the 30 and stopped short of the 35-yard line. We just got a report in, and I think Bruce had the same thing, that an 18-wheeler made it about halfway through the South Jefferson underpass, and the key word there is about halfway. So sounds like you might want to bypass that bypass area tonight for a good while.
Yeah, happens awful frequently for a road that's marked everywhere that it's not a truck route. So I don't know if people have a broken GPS or what, but that's a frequent event in the little town of Princeton.
2 receivers each way for Parker. Parker drops back. This time gets good protection. Now he has to roll. Getting some pressure from the side. Goes to the right. Down the field. Incomplete. Looking for Fox. Fox in double coverage down the field. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Caldwell County.
Just kind of, I don't know. I told somebody before the game, I said, I'd consider it success if we got the halftime without a running clock. So, I don't.
That's going to be a tall.
That's going to be a tall order at this point. But like I said, we just struggle offensively, and like I said, against this team of their athletes, it's just not much we have to do.
It's Parker. Sends that same formation out, 2 to each side. Owensboro Catholic shows pressure on the left side. They'll bring it in. Parker hit quickly. Had to get rid of that one in no time because Owensboro Catholic again on another blitz and nobody there to put a block on the guy coming in from the inside. 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. Clock stops with 1:28 left to play in the first quarter on the incompletion. And it's going to be 3 Tigers at receiver on the right side this time.
You know, and the worst part about the incomplete passes is the clock's not going anywhere.
Catholic again showing some pressure from the edge on the right side. Parker avoids the blitz, gets over to the sideline, throws it down the field, and batted away right before it got to Gus Fox.
You know, that's kind of play the receiver needs to help the quarterback. He was, quarterback's flushed, and he throws the ball. If he had worked back to the quarterback, I think he had a chance to catch the ball, but the receiver worked back and got his arm in and knocked the ball away.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bruce. Just a couple of steps back towards Parker, and Fox probably comes up with that. He's talking a little bit to Coach Stallings on the sideline.
You know, the kids are coached, when the quarterback breaks contain and you've got routes, general rule of thumb is a short route takes it up the field and a long route brings it back toward the quarterback.
Parker, again, out to punt instead, throws it incomplete, looking for Maddox on the sideline. Maddox ran a good route, well covered, that ball overthrown as Parker again under pressure. Caldwell County another turnover on down, still with 1:15 to play in the first quarter. Owensboro Catholic with a 28-0 lead. The Aces have scored on each of their first 4 possessions. This time they will take over at the Tiger 31-yard line. Atwell takes a snap, throws it to the end zone. The pass is complete. Did he get his foot in? And does. A 31-yard pass completion from Atwell.
I'm going to guess they're going to go for 2 here and get the running clock.
Trying to see who that was on the sideline that caught that pass. We'll send it down to Todd after this extra point attempt and see if we can catch the player that caught that one. 34-0. And Bruce, you're right. I think they are going to maybe go for 2 on this one. Owensboro Catholic huddled up for this one. Atwell in the ball game, so obviously they are going for 2 and the running clock here with 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Atwell one back in the backfield. The pitch goes to the right, trying to get to the edge, and Caldwell County snuffs it out. Tigers avoid the running clock. With 1:10 left to play in the first, it's 34-0 Aces. Back after this.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
When we say
Classic hits,
we mean listen to WPKY worldwide at
WPKYonline.com. WPKY.
Back to Steel Stadium as Caldwell County is down now 34-0 with 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Catholic to put it in play again. This time a much longer kickoff. Fielded at the 10-yard line. Caldwell County trying to get to the outside again. Gets the edge. That's Fox with a stiff arm out near the 30-yard line. Good return by Gus Fox with 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. And, guys, we've talked about this. Todd, you can jump in on it. I've talked to you about it before, and Bruce and I have had the discussion. This is a 1-4 seed game, and we looked at it one year, and I think the 1-4 seeds, the 4 seed won maybe 3 out of 64 games. It was 61-3, something like that, the record. It's rare. Sometimes a team out of the Louisville area at a 4 seed maybe come away with a win, but this is almost a typical 1-4 game.
And our good return has been nullified by a penalty, I guess, blocking in the back or.
Yeah, Dennis, I mean, again, I'm the old curmudgeon, but I don't, 4 teams making the playoffs in football is nuts, but it is what it is. But it's 2 teams max should make it from a district is my opinion, which is pretty much useless.
Parker on the throw. We'll get back to that in just a second. Complete to the sideline. Ball comes loose. We'll see who has it, and it does go to Owensboro Catholic on the turnover. Not sure who that was for Caldwell that made the reception.
Oh, guys, the touchdown on the last drive was number 5, Warren Ebelhar for Owensboro Catholic. And, I do remember a year, and it has been a long time ago, though, probably 25 years, where the first district swept the second district in the playoffs. I believe Lone Oak was the number 4 seed that year and actually came up here to Owensboro Catholic and beat the Aces. So rarely does it happen, but every now and then a 4 will get a 1.
Snap back to Adwell after the turnover. Going towards the end zone, see if he got in. And I think he got, there's the signal from the official, does step into the corner of the end zone. And that will make it 40-0 with 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ideally, Bruce and Todd, you can weigh in on this. A lot of people think it should be the top 2 seeds and just 2 teams out of each district. I wouldn't even mind a 2-3 game in a district to see and let the number 1 seed get a bye week, get a healthy a little bit as a reward for it. But right now, you're really not going to get a lot of reward when all 4 teams out of every district, if I'm not mistaken, only 2 2A teams are not making the playoffs this season.
Right, and I think the bigger deal, we probably have too many classes, and that ends up kind of stretching out the teams too and ending up with a lot more teams in the playoffs.
Extra point attempt, almost blocked, but it is good. 49 seconds left in the first quarter, 41-0 Aces. Back after this.
Financial planning should be specific to you and your life circumstances. That is why we created Invest FB Wealth Management, a division of Farmers Bank. Hi, I'm Jeff McDaniels, Invest FB's lead financial advisor. Whether you're saving for retirement, starting a business, or planning your family's future, our individual and comprehensive approach can help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us today at our Princeton or Eddyville offices to start a conversation about your individual financial needs.
At YourSportsEdge.com, we strive every day to continue to bring you the gold standard in high school sports coverage with more on your teams and your players.
Where did it show up there?
And while they are not gold, those Crystal Awards we have won for doing what we love to do are pretty cool too.
That's something you see every day.
The Kentucky Broadcasters Best Digital Product Award winner.
Ball game over.
YourSportsEdge.com.
Welcome back to the Tigers and the Aces. 49 seconds left in the first quarter and 41-0. Owensboro Catholic living up to all the reports. By far the best team we've seen all season. This kickoff is going to go out of bounds, and that'll give Caldwell County a little bit better field position. But Todd, you and Bruce and Bob chime in some more on that, talk about the districts and how the teams that might come in. We've got 0-10 teams actually in the playoffs this season.
Well, if there were 7 or 8 teams in each district, I wouldn't mind the top 4 making it so much. But then you look at a lot of districts like the one we're in, there are 4 teams, everybody's going to the playoffs. It kind of seems like you just have to at least win a game to kind of earn your way into the playoffs.
There were some teams that declined the playoff invitation, but you have to do that before the brackets are made out. That you have to indicate to KHSAA that you declined the playoff offer. Parker is going to keep it himself. A couple of fakes in the backfield, and Parker gets nailed before he can do anything with it.
Yeah, I like, again, being that I'm old, I like the 4-class system that we had. I don't think it's ever going to go back to it because when you have 6 classes, then that means there's 2 more teams that can be state champions, coaches that can win state championships. So I don't think that's ever going to happen. And, which is not apples to oranges, but if you look at every other sport, you can be 0 and whatever in basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball. They all go to the district tournaments. So, I don't,
And the whistle blows before Caldwell County can get the play off. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll talk about this topic more as the game goes. But after 1 quarter of play, it's Owensboro Catholic 41, Caldwell County nothing. Back after this.
Hi, this is Jim Lancaster with H&R AgriPower. For a limited time, take advantage of 0% financing for 84 months on new Case IH Farmall tractors. Now is the time to get a great deal on a new tractor that works as hard as you, Case IH Farmall. Whether you're mowing, baling, feeding, loading, you name it, we have the tractor for you. Stop by and see us at H&R AgriPower in Hopkinsville today and talk to our sales team about the limited time financing offer you don't want to miss.
While supplies last, customers must qualify for program with CNHI Capital.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athletes. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Back to Owensboro, Kentucky, where Caldwell County will take over from their own 27-yard line. Start of the second quarter here, and Bob will have our second quarter sponsor right after this first play. 41-0, Catholic with 41 first quarter points. Parker out of the A-bone, takes the snap, drops back, gets some protection down the field, and this one is intercepted by Owensboro Catholic near the 38-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. Intended receiver was Gus Fox. So it's Owensboro Catholic back out with that offense on the field, leading this one 41-0. And Bob, our second quarter sponsors.
Yes, brought to us by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Stop in and see Pam and Haberlock. Pam's got a lot of inventory that's just come into their store. Stop in, browse around, see what you have. Also, they're your local U-Haul dealer. Cozy Living on Northfield Drive, and is everything a home should be.
And it is Adwell still in the ball game for Owensboro Catholic. Running clock. Adwell strong over the middle, in and out of the hands. Had a receiver wide open, and I think that's Carrico at the 45. Just started to run down the field before he caught the ball.
Yep, that's exactly. He looked up for where he was going before he secured the ball. So
actually, Reinerson was the intended receiver, but I think he had thoughts of a long touchdown run after the catch on that one and didn't put the ball in the basket. It's Adwell facing a rare 2nd and 10 for Owensboro Catholic. Drops back, sets up the screen, complete at the 35-yard line, and gets it out to about the 40.
That was a nice play there by Cole Sherrill. You know, he recognized the screen. He kind of followed. He got out in front of the blockers where they couldn't get to him and ran down the back after about a 2-yard gain. So it was a really good play by him.
Caldwell County recognizing that screen pretty nice tonight on a couple of tries. Catholic has tried it on a couple of different occasions. Adwell now back to the wristband, puts 3 receivers out to his right hand. 1 receiver to the far side. Snap is back to Adwell, drops back, gets some pressure from Fox. This time going down the field, overthrows Carrico. Carrico got behind the Caldwell County defense, had a step on the nearest defender, but that one just off his fingertip. And
will they punt?
4th down coming up. Bob, we talked about this. Adwell also the punter and has got a huge leg. He was punting some in the neighborhood 45, 50 or longer in warm-ups, but we wondered when he would be able to use it. So now we'll see if they go for it on 4th and 8 or if he tries to make a little pooch kick and get rid of it.
He's not getting rid of it.
Adwell throws over the middle. It's complete for a first down at the 46-yard line of Caldwell County. Shakes a tackle. That's Carrico. Gets away from everybody, and it's off to the races. Caldwell County had Carrico pinned at the 47-yard line. He gets away from a couple of Tigers and takes it to the end zone for a touchdown. William Carrico, another stud. This team's got some quality players. I mean, some college-level players.
Yeah, they've got some athletes. If things work out in the seedings, it'll be interesting to see when they come across Mayfield. Because I mean, I'm more impressed with what I've seen from Owensboro Catholic than what I've seen at Mayfield. But I think, unless things have changed, if they play Mayfield, it'll be It'll be at Mayfield because it's an odd year, and we're the first district, so we would host it. Or that case, we being Mayfield.
Catholic goes for 2, and it's good to the right corner of the end zone. 9:01 left to play in the first half. 49-0 Aces in the rout. Back after this.
As a bank that's been part of the Caldwell County communities for almost 140 years, we've seen many changes. As we celebrate First Southern's first 40 years as an organization, we know any achievements we have had are because of the customers we worked alongside. We affirm our commitment to the shared values that brought us here. We look forward to spending the next 40 years and beyond serving you. For more information, visit fsmb.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Owensboro. We are in the second quarter, 9:01 left to play. It's 49-0 Owensboro Catholic with the lead over Caldwell County. A couple of playoff games played last night. It was Mayfield big over Edmonson County, 68-0. And Murray went to Fort Campbell and pulled out the win there over the Fort Campbell team, 29-15. Here tonight, it's Caldwell County down 49-0 to a highly rated, and some say should be top-rated, Owensboro Catholic Aces football team. O'Cath will put it in play. Kick is up, and it's going to be Maddox. Catching it at the 16-yard line, takes it back to the middle, and he's going to get dropped at about the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. Let's go down for a Go Green field report of the teams change fields with Todd.
Yeah, we were talking about the playoffs. The good thing for this Owensboro Catholic team, as the #1 team in the RPI, they'll play here at Steele Stadium, except for a trip to Kroger Field for the championship game. So I think Mayfield is either 2 or 3 in the RPI. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's very possible that O'Cath and Mayfield would meet in the state championship game this season.
I forgot about Todd. When do they, is it when they get down to 16, they seed them by RPI?
Yeah, the third round, what used to be the regional championship game, the first 2 rounds go like they used to, but then that third round, everybody's matched up by RPI.
Cooper Mobley on the carry for Caldwell County on first down, picks up a couple of yards. Yeah, the Owensboro team, some of the officials up here in the booth were talking about it before the game, how they would be at home through at least the first 4 games should they advance that far. And this is a team that's going to be tough to beat on their home turf.
Yeah, that's the state semifinal. So then the only round after that, like I said, you get a trip to Lexington.
Parker on the snap. He's going to keep it, fake the handoff to Mobley, and he picks up about 3 yards on the play out to the 30-yard line. Bringing up third down for Caldwell County.
Hope again, maybe we can get our first down of the game here. If we can get some running or so, you don't want to just sit back there and let Luke be a sitting duck in the pocket all day, getting beat up on trying to throw the ball. But, we've just not shown any kind of running game either, so, they're pretty much out of options.
And Caldwell County with several players out tonight that you normally would see on the field, including Xavier Lee, number 6, also Cam Wilson, number 24, in street clothes tonight. Parker down the field had a man open, but that closed in on some double coverage quickly, looking for Fox at midfield, and it's overthrown. 4th down and 7 now coming up for the Tigers.
Watching Owensboro Catholic here live tonight, I think they match up with Mayfield pretty well, and I thought Mayfield was the best team we'd seen so far.
I think the defensive quickness is the biggest thing that surprised me. We expected Catholic to be really good tonight, and we'd read a lot of things about them, but their quickness on defense is really shown tonight for me.
Well, and Atwell is such an accurate passer. I don't really understand why more colleges aren't in on him yet. However, it would be interesting to see how he reacted to a team that could really get some pressure on him up front.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line for Caldwell County. 6:15 to play in the first half. 4th down and 7 for the Tigers. Parker takes the snap, drops back. Owensboro just rushes 4. Now Parker in some trouble, has to get rid of it down the field. Sideline. Catch was made. Let's see if he stays in bounds.
No, he's rolled him out of bounds.
And they're going to say he did not. Good call on that one, Bruce. That was Fox on the catch, but did not get the foot down, and it will give the ball to Owensboro Catholic at the Caldwell County 30-yard line. Aces lead this one 49-0. Owensboro came in as a 43-point favorite in this game. So they've got that covered right now with still 5.5 to play in the first half. We'll have the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way with Todd down on the field. He'll have some more playoff scores for you on the New Tech scoreboard, so hope you'll stay tuned for that. Adwell, look for him probably, Bruce, to stay in until maybe halftime.
Yeah.
The slant is complete. A quick one is Owensboro down inside the 20-yard line.
I would say they'll play their starters to halftime. I know back in the days when we were pretty dominant in football, that was our pretty much MO. We would leave our starters in at till halftime, and then most time after halftime, if we had a running clock, we'd bring in the younger kids.
See where they'll spot this ball. Looks like the 14-yard line is going to be the spot. First down and 10 for Owensboro Catholic. Atwell, 2 receivers to his left. Drops back, looks to the sideline, complete, and hit and brought down shy of the goal line. Looked like that was number 2, Mitchell Sims. Sims has been a big target for Adwell a lot of the night, and we talked about that in the pregame. Adwell goes up and down the line, several receivers. Mitchell Sims probably the 4th receiver, but still has 371 yards coming into tonight and 5 touchdown passes, and that's your number 4 receiver, guys.
Yeah, they've put up some big numbers this year.
Adwell with the handoff up the middle. Caldwell County is going to stop it at the 2-yard line. And a flag comes in after the play from the end zone.
I think he's short of the goal line, but I think he may have gotten the first down, but pending a penalty here, what we get.
Yeah, officials are saying first down inside the 2, and then a penalty. I'm waiting for the officials to point one way or the other.
And it's going to take all of them to decide this one, as they've got the whole crew down near the 2-yard line. We'll see what the White Hat has to say about it. And did he say offsetting penalties, or is it against Caldwell County?
It's against Caldwell. That'll put the ball right at the 1.
It's one of those where half the distance really doesn't hurt you a whole lot. I don't know what the call actually was.
Personal foul, just a little extra after the play was over, I guess.
First and goal, Owensboro Catholic Aces from the 1-yard line. 3:51, clock stops on the penalty. They'll wind it back here. Adwell with 1 back in the backfield. It is a handoff straight up the middle. Any signal, and it is a signal from this side. Touchdown, Owensboro Catholic. Was that number 24, guys? Can y'all pick that up? Or
yes, it was.
That is Chris Burns, a junior running back. 55-0 is your score here. Still 3 minutes, 41 seconds before halftime. Not the way I would doubt that Bradley Stallings wants to celebrate his birthday, but happy birthday again to Coach Stallings here tonight. Catholic setting up to go for 2. And it is a timeout on the field for Caldwell County. We'll keep it right here, John, and tell the folks about our great timeout sponsor this season, and that's been Travis Construction and Concrete. For all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and more. Good luck, Tigers, and here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Bob, Bruce, Owensboro Catholic, everything we had read about. There's not a lot you can really say about the game that the scoreboard is not indicating. They have the superior team tonight. We knew coming in it was going to be a tall order to stay close in this one. But this is a team that there's a reason they're looking to win a state championship and not just a first-round game against a 4 seed.
And you're right, Dennis. I think what I've seen tonight has been mentioned 2 or 3 times, their explosiveness on defense. They get after you. They can run you down, and we stopped that 2-point conversion.
It was a 2-point attempt by Owensboro Catholic, stopped by Caldwell County in the backfield. 3:41 left to play in the first half. 55-0 Aces. Back after this.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Tomorrow night, the Cats head south to put a muzzle on some growling hounds. Let's go! Mississippi State Bulldogs and your Kentucky Wildcats.
Our UK Wildcats take on the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Coverage begins tomorrow at 4:30 on WKDCRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDC.
Back to Owensboro as the Aces will kick it away. 55-0 your score. That kickoff is going to go out of bounds, and Caldwell County will get decent field position to start this one. We talked about Caldwell County being short a couple of players. We mentioned Xavier Lee a little bit earlier, along with number 24. That's Cam Wilson. We also see on the sideline, I think it's number 70, Landry Dunbar, not in the game tonight, as is Shane Farrow on the sideline, just wearing the jerseys with no pads. So not that it would make a 55-point difference, but Caldwell County playing shorthanded in this one and down 55-0. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY Princeton. A-bone formation for Caldwell County. They put this in late in the season. Handoff is going to be for a loss. Caldwell County running hard and trying to hit that line, but there is just nothing there on the ground as Maddox looks like he's favoring that left arm. I noticed after he caught the pass and fumbled a little bit earlier on the other end of the field, he came off holding that left arm quite a bit, but staying into the ball game. Yeah. Parker in the backfield, looking at two receivers each way. Got one back in the backfield with him to help block. Parker gets flushed after about 2 seconds. That's been the routine tonight. Sideline, good catch. Cooper Mobley near midfield. Mobley did a great job in some traffic. Parker put that one on the money, and Mobley up to the 49-yard line. And that is the first down of the game for Caldwell County. First down's brought to you by Lake Barkley CrossFit. You're never too healthy, too strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level and always free to come and try. Lake Barkley CrossFit, where the athletes train. That's Cameron Spikes in the backfield with Parker. Extra tight end in as Spikes takes the handoff up the middle, has a hole into Owensboro Catholic territory across the 40-yard line and down near the 35 on a good run. Nice hole opened up by that offensive line of Caldwell County. And Spike's able to hit that one. See where they'll spot this one. Looks like about the 36-yard line. Back-to-back Lake Barkley CrossFit first downs for Caldwell County. A running clock going with 1:22 left to play in the first half. Tigers looking to get on the board. Down right now 55-0. Play in from the sideline. Two receivers out to the left for Parker. Parker hands it off, and it's Spikes hitting the line of scrimmage with nowhere to go. Maybe a yard on the play is about it for Cam Spikes. Under a minute to play here before halftime. At half, it's the Little Caesars halftime report. Hope you'll stay tuned for that. Todd will have a lot of the New Tech scoreboard scores coming your way from around the state on the opening night of playoff action. Actually, last night, the opening night technically, but most of the games occurring tonight in the playoffs around the state of Kentucky. Parker gets the blitz from the edge again, throws it. That one's low, and I think they're going to call it a trap. Or did they say he caught it? And they're going to give him the catch. Down inside the 20-yard line.
Who was that, Dennis?
It may have been Maddox. We'll go down to the field, and I think there's going to be a discussion on this one. or a timeout called by Owensboro.
No, Caldwell called the timeout.
11 seconds left to play, and John, we'll keep it right here for this one, if it's okay. Todd, did you get the receiver on Caldwell County for that one?
No, I didn't. It kind of down here looked like the ball may have hit the ground,
That's
but
what we
Caldwell
thought.
County's going to take it, and Tigers with that play, I think should have about 18 seconds left, maybe 20. The Tigers were really trying to get a timeout there quickly to try to push this one into the end zone right before halftime. Right now it's at 11.2 seconds, but we're going to see referees, 16. I thought we'd get 18 or 20, but 16 is more than 11, so that's good. Score from Crittenden County real quick. The Rockets lead Todd County Central 16-7. That game in the second quarter, and the winner of that game gets a trip here to Steele Stadium if the score holds up here.
Players back out on the field after that timeout. 16 seconds even left to play in the first half. We'll have a joint barbecue interview with Todd and one of the coaching staff on the way to the locker room at halftime. Hope you'll stay tuned for that. That's a big addition this year, interviewing one of the coaches after the half, or at the half and after the game. Parker at quarterback, set to take the snap. Owensboro again showing blitz. Parker drops back, gets some pressure, dodges that one, gets out, going towards the sideline, cuts it back to the middle, and gets thrown down shy of the goal line. Caldwell County able to get their final timeout called with 6.9 seconds left. And Owensboro Catholic leads this one 55-0. Bruce, you talked about the substitutes being implemented after a half, usually in games like this. Is it Caldwell County's really looking good on offense, or maybe is there a new player or two in for Owensboro Catholic?
Well, that's what I was trying to look through my paperwork down here to try to see the numbers of the guys out there, and if it's the guys that are starters or if it's the guys that are backups. And
what yard line are we on, Dennis? I mean,
the ball is on the 3, guys,
Thank you.
And I think we could throw this ball into the end zone twice if we make the first one pretty quick.
Players back out on the field. Caldwell County trying desperately to get on the scoreboard before halftime here, down 55-0. Parker puts a trip set out to the right. Luke Maddox is the wide one out of that 3. Parker takes a snap. It's a low snap. Flag comes in, and looked like Caldwell County maybe jumped. We'll see what the official call is.
Though based on a couple of the alignments on the Owensboro guys, I'm inclined to think they've put in some backups, because one of the gentlemen here is covering a slot guy, and he's about 6 yards in the back of the end zone there. So I'm thinking they've got some younger kids in there.
And there's a false start against Caldwell County. That will back them up to the 8-yard line.
So the center double pumped at that time, according to the officials.
Was this basketball season?
That's just what I heard.
Parker takes it, looks down the field, throws complete. And did we get in the end zone is the question, and does. Caldwell County gets the touchdown with half a second left on the scoreboard. That's Gus Fox on the reception. Took the official a little while to hold up the 2 hands, but Caldwell County cracks the scoreboard 55-6. Tigers now to try the extra point attempt, brought to you by Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Goodwin Insurance, a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics. Sutton Ritchie with the extra point, up and good. Half a second left in the first half, 55-7 Catholic. Back after this.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton, 270-365-3018. Hometown proud. Go Tigers!
We are back in Owensboro, and Caldwell County gets in the end zone with half a second left to play in the first half. It's Catholic 55 and Caldwell County 7. Good catch there by Gus Fox. Got to the edge and just did get it across the pylon again. that's where that pylon cam would have come in handy again. So, Todd, keep on considering Bruce's offer of the pay cut. We could have used it twice already here in the first half.
Yeah, that would have been an awesome view to have a pylon cam on that one.
Well, Todd, stop being so greedy and, contribute back to the cause.
It's halftime, guys. Hey, I've got Coach Mclung while we're talking. Tigers should get the ball to start the second half here tonight. Coach Mclung, some momentum there for you guys at the end of the first half.
Yeah, it was nice to score, but, we had some things that we want to do early in the game, some trick plays, and they didn't work. And, you get in this kind of game and you can't execute those surprise things that kind of put you behind the 8 ball.
Knew their offense was pretty good, but I didn't realize their defense was as quick and made the plays like they did there in the first half.
I knew they were really good defensively. They do a really good job of pursuing the football. They give you some areas of grass. We haven't taken advantage of it. We haven't played very well on offense, and when you play against a team that's pursues the ball really well and you don't execute what you want to do, it makes it hard on you.
What's the game plan for the second half in this one?
I just want the kids to keep playing, not worry about the score, and just keep playing their butts off. That's all you can ask right now. Some of these kids are playing their last downs of football, so you just hope the kids come out and play hard, play clean, and you can still make some plays, make some memories, and regardless of the score.
All right, Coach, good look at the second half. That's Tiger head coach Aaron Mclung, guys. Halftime here at Steel Stadium.
Thank you, Todd, for that joint barbecue halftime report from the field, live from the Caldwell County sideline. It's all about the game. It's all about the strategy. But let's take a moment for some real strategy. The joint barbecue. These pit masters know how to bring the heat just like our Tigers. So sink your teeth into brisket smoked to perfection or slow-cooked ribs slathered in tasty goodness. Visit the joint, bbqwky.com, because the best thing to complement game day is a bite from the joint. We are at the half. It's Owensboro Catholic 55, Caldwell County 7. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get underway down on the field with Todd and the Little Caesars halftime report next on WPKY.
Powering your lives and lighting up your nights. Princeton Electric Plant Board's community spirit shines bright. Entrusted with the glow of our fields, they keep our Tigers' pathways illuminated to victory. A shout out goes to our Tigers, Preston Burrell and Cole Wyatt, as they roar into a new season. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to a safe and victorious year from your one and only Princeton Electric Plant Board. They're not just a service, they're community.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director, Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to pro shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice's Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice's in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
The WPKY News Edge team is dedicated to keeping you informed around the clock. News, weather, and sports. Join us weekdays at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5. Plus 24/7 when you need it at WPKYonline.com and worldwide on the free WPKY app. The complete coverage you deserve from a proven partner. No fees, the way it should be. We are 1580, 103.3 WPKY. The teams are in the locker room, and it's time for the Tiger Halftime Report on WPKY.
It is halftime here at Steele Stadium in Owensboro. And right now, the Owensboro Catholic Aces, the #1 seeds overall, according to the RPI in Class 2A. Aces lead the Caldwell County Tigers 55-7 here at halftime. Caldwell County will get the ball to start the second half. Welcome to the Little Caesars Halftime Report here on WPKY. Ready to level up your game night? Make Little Caesars of Princeton your first stop. Their mouth-watering pizzas, starting at just $6.49, will have your crew cheering before the game even starts. And don't leave without a fan-favorite Crazy Bread combo. Little Caesars sends the best of luck this year. Go get them, Tigers. This is the Little Caesars Halftime Report here on WPKY. And we'll jump right into the New Tech Seed scoreboard. A couple of games on Thursday to start off the Class 2A playoffs. Mayfield routed Edmonson County. No surprise there, 68-0. Murray scored a couple of fourth-quarter touchdowns to turn back Fort Campbell down on post, 29-14 on Thursday. Those two teams were tied 15-15 entering the fourth quarter. An updated score from Marion tonight. Crittenden County now leads, but it's been cut to 16-14 over Todd County Central. They're in the second quarter there. And as we said during the second quarter there, the Crittenden County Todd County Central winner will come up here to Steele Stadium next week in the second round of the playoffs, and will face this Owensboro Catholic team. Fulton County made the long trip to Louisville to play Kentucky Country Day in the opening round, and Kentucky Country Day won that game 50-0. That's a final score in that one. McLean County and Glasgow playing a good one tonight in Calhoun. Right now it's McLean County up 24-22. That game's in the second quarter. Union County at home tonight against Adair County in Class 3A. Union County up 28-6. That game has moved to the fourth quarter. Paducah Tillman big over Breckenridge County, and no surprise in that one. 63-0 in the third quarter. The Blue Tornado on its way to 11-0 on the season. Bowling Green with a 34-0 lead over Owensboro Apollo in the second quarter. Madisonville North Hopkins went to Bowling Green tonight, playing at South Warren, but at halftime it's South Warren 36 and the Maroons 0. Christian County made the trip to Central Hardin tonight, but that game is now final. Central Hardin wins that one 60-0. A first quarter score from Henderson. The Henderson County Colonels lead Warren Central. It's first quarter score 7-0, the score there. Again, here at halftime in Owensboro, the Owensboro Catholic Aces lead the Caldwell County Tigers 55-7 in the first round of the Class 2A playoffs. The scoreboard brought to you by New Tech Seed. With New Tech Seed, they grow more than just corn and soybeans. Like the Tigers, they grow success. Nikki Dunbar, their dedicated district sales manager, partners with reputable dealers like Jake Jones with Farmersville Seed and Acreage Farm Supply. Success, enjoyment, family is the New Tech Seed lifestyle. Come join the lifestyle. There's a bountiful harvest waiting for you on the other side. Again, halftime scoreboard brought to you by New Tech Seed. More football action going on this weekend, but it's the younger guys that'll be playing in the Jamboree over at Webster County. That'll be Saturday and Sunday. The 3rd, 4th grade Tigers and the 5th and 6th grade Tigers playing over there tomorrow. Young guys play at 2. The older guys play at 3:30 in semifinal round action. Again, championship contests are set for Sunday in Dixon. Both Caldwell County Junior Pro teams are 7-0 on the season, and both obviously the #1 seeds for the Jamboree. Again, that's over at Webster County Saturday and Sunday. Coming up next Saturday, yes, we're almost to basketball season. The Havoc at the Hive will take place at the Fredonia Gym at 7 o'clock. The Caldwell County Tigers and the Crittenden County Rockets will play a boys basketball scrimmage next Saturday. Again, that's in Fredonia. The Tigers will be dressed as the Fredonia Yellow Jackets, and the Rockets will be dressed as the Francis Bulldogs, old rivals from years ago. And if you can't get there, there are some tickets still available at Caldwell County High School. But if you can't get to the game, we'll have a live video stream for you at WPKYonline.com. And you can hear the scrimmage here on WPKY as well next Saturday night. Moving along now, it's time for our halftime moment in history, brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials. And exactly 23 years ago tonight, November 3rd, 2000, down 13-8, the Tigers put together one of the greatest drives in school history, using 11 minutes and 36 seconds to cover 81 yards in 19 plays. Caldwell scored the game-winning touchdown on a 16-yard pass from Joe Dan Talley to Devin Williamson on 4th and 7 with 1:02 left in the game. Caldwell had trailed that game 13-2 in the second quarter, but Kent Wells had a 1-yard touchdown run just before halftime to make it 13-8, and then the Tigers win it late on the touchdown pass on 4th and 7 from the 16 from Joe Dan Talley to Devin Williamson. That's Caldwell's only win in this series. That was a first-round playoff matchup. Owensboro Catholic leads all-time 4-1, and right now the Aces up 55-7 here at halftime. We'll continue on with the Little Caesars halftime report from Steel Stadium in Owensboro right after this. Stay with us. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Celebrate Thanksgiving with The Joint. From finger-licking barbecue to delectable smoked turkey, they have everything for your festive feast. Don't miss their special pre-order. Fill out the online form, pick your mouth-watering mains, delectable sides, and lip-smacking desserts by the 12th of November. With The Joint, you're not just enjoying a feast, you're supporting a local business. See their full menu online at thejointbbqwky.com.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athlete. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Time at Steel Stadium in Owensboro. The Owensboro Catholic Aces on top of the Caldwell County Tigers, 55-7, in a Class 2A first-round playoff matchup tonight here in Owensboro. Again, the Tigers getting on the scoreboard there late on a short touchdown toss from Luke Parker to Gus Fox. So the Tigers avoiding the shutout here in this one, but Owensboro Catholic with a comfortable lead. The Tigers will get the ball to start the second half tonight, so we'll see if the Tigers can put some more points up on the board. We continue here on the Little Caesars halftime report. And again, we want to thank West Kentucky Memorials for the halftime moment in history for the last couple of seasons. West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football. West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials, the halftime moment in history, and stats, both brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials. And as we check the stats, obviously a lot of yardage for Owensboro Catholic there in the first half. 288 total yards of offense. Brady Atwell has completed 16 of 20 passes for 246 yards. The Aces with another 42 yards on the ground on 8 attempts. So, again, 288 total yards for Owensboro Catholic and 11 first downs. For the Tigers, 56 total yards in the first half. Luke Parker is 6 of 15 passing the ball for 35 yards. Tigers have another 21 yards on the ground. 20 of that rushing total coming from Luke Parker. Gus Fox has 3 catches in the first half for 25 yards. and also getting the touchdown pass there, as we said, late in the second quarter. The Tigers limited to 4 first downs, but putting together a pretty good drive there toward the end of the first half to get the ball in the end zone and get that goose egg off the scoreboard. But it is still 55-7. Owensboro Catholic on top of the Caldwell County Tigers here at the break. Again, stats brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football, West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials, and we thank them for bringing you the halftime moment in history and stats here at halftime. That's going to wrap us up on the Little Caesars halftime report tonight. We'll send you back up top after this here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
At Goodwin Insurance, they select their insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with the agents at Goodwin Insurance, you can count on receiving fast, courteous professional service with quality protection. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling the Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevators' Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
First Southern National Bank wishes the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
We are back at Steele Stadium on the campus of Kentucky Wesleyan College in Owensboro, Kentucky. At the half, it's Owensboro Catholic 55 and Caldwell County 7. Tigers scored with half a second left in the first half on a pass from Parker to Fox to get on the scoreboard tonight. 55-7 your score. Bob, I'll let you say for the next to last time our third quarter sponsor coming up here as the players back out on the field and we get ready to start this third quarter.
I'll be happy to do that, Dennis. Our third quarter is going to be brought to us by our faithful sponsors from Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. They're located on Northfield Drive in Princeton. Stop in and see Pam and Hab Haberlock. They have beautiful furniture, just a lot of it arriving here in the last 3 weeks. They're also your local U-Haul dealer. So for bedding accessories and gifts and things of that nature, stop in and see the folks at Cozy Living. Cozy Living is everything a home should be.
And, Bob, you get to talk about our friends at Cozy Living just one more time. You got some thoughts in the postgame tonight coming up as you wind down a 9-year career as the color guy for Caldwell County football, and not the game I'm sure you wanted to end with tonight, but still a great career over the last 9 years.
Well, it's been a 9-year career for football and, and a 12-year career for basketball. Baseball, softball was about 8 years there, but no, it's been enjoyable, and I've got a few people I want to thank at the end of the program tonight. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to actually taking my wife to a basketball game or a football game
and just watching it. Right. We are at the half here. They put 3 minutes back on the board. It was homecoming night. I don't think I've ever seen a homecoming night in a playoff game before, but Owensboro Catholic was able to do that tonight, so we still got a little bit of time. Guys, Owensboro Catholic, the top-ranked RPI team in the state. They're highly rated. They had 8 possessions tonight, came away with 8 touchdowns. So if you're Caldwell County defensively, what are you looking at maybe in the second half?
Well, the thing that we did not, we chose to punt maybe twice tonight, but there were about 3 or 4 occasions where we tried to pass from on fourth down, turn the ball over every time deep in our own territory, and I'm certainly okay with that because we had a chance to maybe make a first down, but we gave them every opportunity to put 8 touchdowns on the board in the first half.
Minute 35 before we kick this one off in the second half. Bruce, you've been a coach before. Realistically, in this second half, you're going to see a lot of Caldwell County starters against a lot of Owensboro Catholic's JV team.
Yeah, I would say probably we'll leave the starters in for most of the second half. I mean, because most of your starters are relatively young, so it's not like you've got younger kids really to put out there. And, you don't want to put kids that just aren't physically ready to be out there against a superior group either. So I think, like Coach Mclung said with Todd going in the half, you just want your kids to keep competing, play hard, play clean, and, fight until the game is over.
Officials spreading out to their respective positions. Owensboro Catholic out on the field getting ready to kick this one away to start the second half. Aces 55, Tigers 7 as we get ready to start the second half of play here. Owensboro will be hosting the winner of Crittenden County and Todd County Central next week. Owensboro Catholic already with huge wins over both of those teams earlier in the season. And I think we might overlook the fact that Owensboro Catholic actually played a pretty tough schedule this year. We talk about how tough Caldwell County's was. Catholic played a lot of these area Owensboro teams, plus a lot of teams that played some really good ball, including Crittenden County, and beat them handily. I think it was 67-7 or in that neighborhood. We'll look that up. But handled Crittenden County pretty easily.
Yeah, no, they're definitely the best team Caldwell has played this year. I think they're better than Mayfield. Mayfield could compete with them. Mayfield could possibly even beat them, but they're better across the board than Mayfield.
Kick, and that's been their weak spot. It's picked up at the 25-yard line by Spikes. Spikes across the 30 and knocked down at the 33-yard line. If there's been one weakness, it's been the kickoff game for Owensboro Catholic, unless that's their plan, is to kick it short like that into a Caldwell County upback. But we are underway here in the second half.
Yeah, they definitely got some younger guys out there now. Owensboro Catholic is a lot smaller than
unless they put some uniforms in the dryer at halftime and they shrunk. I think these are some different kids out there for the Aces. Caldwell County takes over on their own 33-yard line.
I think the starters may have already headed over to the homecoming dance.
Parker stays in at quarterback. He has Spikes in the backfield. Handoff is fake to Spikes. Parker keeps it, tries to get to the edge, and does. Picks up good yardage on first down as he gets near the 40. I think he's going to be knocked out of bounds somewhere around the 39-yard line. Good play on first down for positive yardage for Caldwell County. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. Second down and about 4 coming up for the Tigers. Look for this half to go fairly quickly with that running clock. Running clock in effect actually late in the first quarter tonight as Owensboro Catholic put up 41 in the first quarter. Spikes gets right at the first down marker before he stopped. I think they're going to move the chains on this one. Spot is at the 44-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. It is. That's a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down for Caldwell County. You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level and always free to come and try. Lake Barkley CrossFit, where the athletes train. It is Eli Stevens, the near side receiver for Caldwell County. Extra tight end for the Tigers as Parker gets set for the snap. Takes it, rolls to his right, looks down the field. Complete. And enough for a first down if he stayed in bounds. And it is a completion. Well, they're going to say incomplete now. Did not get the feed in bounds. Running clock with 9:20 left to play in the third quarter. Tigers second down and 10 from their own 44-yard line, trailing this one 55-7. Parker goes to the sideline and gets the play. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far side for the Tigers. Owensboro Catholic showing some blitz. It's picked up this time. Parker has time to throw. It's complete at midfield. That's Stevens on the catch for Caldwell County. Had to go down low, pass a little bit low. Stevens went down, able to make the catch. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line of Catholic. Third down and a long 3 coming up for the Tigers. Parker again going to the sideline. Comes back out, sends Maddox out wide to the right. Stevens near side receiver to the left. Maddox stays in to block. Cooper stays in the block. Parker throws to the sideline. We'll see if they'll call it complete. Caldwell County working the sideline. That's complete to Fox down near the 37-yard line. As we go under 8 minutes to play while they set the change, let's go down for a Go Green field report with Todd.
Well, guys, I was going to say at least I've learned 2 things tonight. Talking to the White Hat before the game as we went up for the coin toss, he informed me that the White Hat always faces the scoreboard when he takes the toss. So, I did not know that. So for future coin tosses, I know which way the White Hat's going to face.
Parker takes a snap. Busted play, and it's going to be Parker having to try to make something out of nothing. He goes to the sideline and gets slung out of bounds. May have lost a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, that play was just
You knew when the running back ran into the quarterback, one of them was either turning the wrong way or going to the wrong side to take the handoff.
Yeah, it was.
Something was up.
It was doomed from the onset.
Say something was amiss. Ball spotted at the 40.
And guys, the second thing I learned tonight was that the bench is here at Steel Stadium. When I sat down at halftime to do the halftime show, they're really cold.
Parker takes a snap. Hands it off to Spikes. Spikes had a hit of steam going, got through the line fine, met the linebackers, and came to an abrupt halt. I think he picks up enough yardage to get back near the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. 6.5 on a running clock here in the third quarter. 55-7 your score, as Caldwell County did get on the board with half a second left to play in the first half. As Parker hit Fox in the left corner of the end zone. Luke takes a snap, drops back. Little short dump pass to Mobley. Mobley lowers his head at the 30, gets down to the 25. I think they're going to call it down. Ball did come loose. It was recovered by Fox on a good hustle play by Gus, but they called Mobley already down at the 25-yard line. Another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. This is the kind of drive we would love to have had early in that first quarter, as Caldwell County has eaten some clock here, but now it is a running clock situation, and you're down 55-7.
Yeah, whomever came up with the running clock, I would just like to buy them a sandwich or a meal at some point, because they're right now my best friend.
We can get them a sandwich at Arby's.
2 receivers to the right for Parker. He rolls that way, has one open, and a dump pass instead goes to the end zone. Ball up. It's caught. Did he get a foot down? And it is a touchdown, Caldwell County. Great pass.
Who nabbed that one?
I'm going to say,
was it
Fox? Fox was in the celebration, so we're going to say it was Gus Fox, and that pass had to be in the perfect spot. It was right in the back corner of the end zone. Fox able to come down with it under some pretty good coverage. But Parker with his best pass of the night by far. Extra point is up, and it is good. Goodwin Insurance extra point is good with 4:32 left to play in the third quarter. It's 55-14 Aces, back in 30 seconds.
Craving for that authentic smoky delight for dinner tonight? Slide into the Joint Barbecue Wings and More. Each bite bursts with flavor and spices from their all-star Southern barbecue menu. Hot wings, juicy ribs, and their showstopper brisket. They've got the grill fired up and ready to serve in Eddyville. Or you can order online at thejointbbqwky.com. Don't just eat, feast like a king at the Joint Barbecue. Because let's face it, life tastes better with barbecue.
Back to Steel Stadium, and Caldwell County takes the opening kickoff, marches down the field, and finds the end zone on a pass from Parker to Fox. They've hooked up twice tonight for touchdowns, 55-14 now, as Sutton Ritchie will put it in play for the Tigers. They'll start the running clock back up, 3:33 left to play in the third quarter. You like how Caldwell County came out and stayed after it. The kids played hard even on that drive, albeit against maybe reserves for Catholic, but you still like the effort of Caldwell County. Ritchie puts it into the end zone for a touchback. And Owensboro Catholic will bring it out to the 20-yard line to take over their first possession. Their first 8 possessions in the first half all ended in touchdowns. We'll see what the Tiger defense can do with these aces as they come out here in the second half. While the teams come out on the field, let's go down for a Go Green report.
Yeah, guys, I was just going to say I think the effort has been there all year. The execution at some times, especially earlier in the season, was lacking a little bit. But you look at this game tonight in that first half, and Owensboro Catholic just had more horses tonight.
It's Carruthers at quarterback for Owensboro Catholic. First pass complete to the near sideline. I thought that Caldwell County had forced a fumble there for a second. Big hit by Dalen Lander on number 13, Noah Onan, a junior. Dramel Carruthers is a freshman quarterback. Has some pretty good numbers on the season. We'll see if we can dig those back out of the pile. Owensboro Catholic back to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 2. Carruthers looks back at the official. Now it's a handoff. Around the edge it comes. Caldwell County has it defended well, but it's still going to be enough for a first down. Carruthers with 5 touchdown passes on the season in mop-up duty. No interceptions. So obviously the kid they're grooming, because after next season he'll really get some playing time. But when you're playing behind Brady Atwell, you're going to get into games about like this, and that's about it.
Yeah, if I was the kid, I'd ask for a position change. He's probably not going to get a lot of playing time.
1st and 10 now with 1:20 left to play in the third quarter. Carruthers will send 2 receivers each way. Carruthers drops back, goes far sideline. That one's complete. Good job by the receiver to come back to the football. It's going to be a short gain as Caldwell County had it covered well on that far side with number 21 for Caldwell County. That's Drew Stevens. Also over there, Eli Stevens in the coverage for Caldwell County. 2nd down and 5 coming up for Owensboro Catholic.
You know, Dennis, I wasn't paying attention, but the pride of the maintenance crew at Princeton Golf Club, Shady P, Preston Rogers, was just in the game there, and he just shuttled on out.
This one may be the last play of the third quarter. Owensboro Catholic, Carruthers with the handoff. Busting it out to the outside with some room to midfield. And finally brought down, but it's in Caldwell County territory. And it's another first down for Owensboro Catholic. And I don't think we'll get back to the line of scrimmage before time runs out. A very fast third quarter. At the end of 3, it's Owensboro Catholic 55, Caldwell County 14.
At Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky, you're treated like family. Because to them, family is everything. Johnson's has the reputation of helping customers with brands you can count on, like GE Appliances. Shop their selection of GE appliances with premium finishes and features that make household chores easier, giving you time to do what matters. Bring home the long-lasting quality of GE Appliances today. Trust Johnson's for furniture, bedding, and appliances. Because you're like family, and family is everything.
Pull up a chair. You're invited to the hottest breakfast in town. Join Todd Griffin for the WPKY Saturday Morning Quarterback Show. Every Saturday morning at 9, Todd sits down at the Biscuit Barn Ice Cream Eatery on West Main Street in Princeton. Get the inside scoop live with the coaches as they break down the game and give you more than just the numbers. Brought to you by the Biscuit Barn Ice Cream Eatery and the home for Caldwell County Tiger football, 1580 103.3 WPKY.
We are back at Owensboro as the Catholic Aces come in on 1st down and 10 from the Caldwell County 48-yard line. Carruthers in at quarterback in relief of Atwell. Pass was complete and then dropped, but goes out of bounds before Caldwell County can recover. We'll see if they'll call it a completion. And it is.
I think they gave us the ball.
I think they gave it to Caldwell County. I thought that ball went out of bounds.
I believe that was another Honda gift there from the officials because he definitely never had possession of the ball. And I'm with you, Dennis. I'm right here on it. It went out of bounds.
I mean, it's
practically right in front of us, and we'll take it. A birthday gift for Bradley. Bradley Stallin's birthday today on the Caldwell County coaching staff, and John said a birthday gift for Bradley. We'll take it. Anytime you're down like this, we'll take all the good that we can get. Caldwell County with the Owensboro Catholic turnover as the ball 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Parker, handoff, spikes a big hole, gets across the 50, wants to bump it to the outside, gets caught by the safety, and he's brought down at the 38-yard line. They have given him the 37 on the spot. Good hole opened up by that Caldwell County line on that right side.
Hey, guys, since the 1 second mark of the second quarter, Caldwell County has outscored Owensboro Catholic 14-0.
Picking up first downs right and left, Todd, aren't we?
Yeah.
Owensboro Catholic only rushing 3 at this point. Spikes with the handoff again. Good gain on first down. He gets across the 35 to about the 33-yard line. We'll pick up some numbers on that offensive line right now for Caldwell County. Preston Burrell, of course, at center. You've still got number 73, Cole Sherrill, in the ball game as well.
I can see 78 out there. That's Daniel Laurent.
So Caldwell County looking to move the ball on 2nd down and 6. Catholic showed some pressure, and I'm not sure that they didn't jump. Instead, it's a false start against Caldwell County. I think that one was kind of drawn off because Owensboro Catholic looked like they were sending a linebacker right up the middle, and it didn't look like he got stopped in time. Ball back to the 38-yard line. In the fourth quarter, 9-14 still to play in this one. It was all Owensboro Catholic as the Aces put up 41 on the scoreboard in the first quarter alone. Owensboro again showing pressure off of that 3-man front. It's Spikes taking the handoff. Busted to the outside, and the gain down to the 35-yard line.
I think you kind of have to appreciate the way that Owensboro Catholic has played this game, though. I mean, they came out and took control early, but, you know, they ran their offense for a half, got their points. Coach David Barnes used to do the same thing with the Tigers when they were scoring a lot of points. Do your damage in the first half, get the starters out in the second half, and, you know, don't worry too much about what's on the scoreboard.
3rd down and 8 coming up. Todd, I want to go back to you on something Coach Mclung said in the pregame show. Complete on the pass to Mobley down to the 30-yard line. You guys compared the Caldwell County teams of the past to this Owensboro Catholic team, and I think there are a lot of similarities in it the more we thought about it after that was brought up in the conversation.
Yeah, you know, there were times in the past where people would make comments about running the score up, but, I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you know, I think for a half you have to run your offense, and if it's lopsided, take your guys out at halftime, and that's what Owensboro Catholic has done tonight, and that's what Coach Barnes used to do back in the day when Caldwell was putting a lot of points on the board.
Parker rolls to his left, looks for somebody down the field, throws, looking towards the end zone, short on the pass, incomplete. Tigers turn it over on downs. Clock still running with 7:25 left to play in this ball game. Caldwell County will finish the season at 1-10. Still has a better ring, I don't care what anybody says, than 0-11. I was glad to get that win against Trigg County last week at home.
Yeah, so was Coach Mclung, I think.
Had to be a big relief off of him, too, to get that one win at least in this season. Carruthers back in at quarterback in place of Atwell. Owensboro Catholic keeps it on the ground. I think they'll lose about a yard on the play. Or maybe he picked up one. I thought it was a pretty good spot for him at the 30-yard line. 2nd down and a short 9 coming up for Owensboro Catholic, who will advance and play at home. If they keep winning, they're going to keep playing on their home field all the way up to the state championship game if they go that far. They're certainly one of 2 or 3 teams that have to be figured to be favorites to get to that position. Carruthers. Shovel pass, and it's going to be ruled incomplete. Caldwell County with some good pressure in the backfield. That's number 64 for Caldwell County, Maurice Seals.
It'll be interesting to see how, Catholic being a system team, I saw a lot of them with Caldwell, and, sometimes you get November weather when it gets cold and it gets wet. They kind of fizzle out, when your quarterback's your leading rusher. I don't know how good your ground game is, but, if the weather turns on them, it could be a difficult night for them.
Snap is back to Carruthers. Oh, a good pass at midfield. It's complete. Right in stride to number 21 for Owensboro Catholic, and that is Jaden Ombergy, a junior wide receiver. And Carruthers showing some potential here, Bruce, Bob, Todd, with a very good pass right in step with Armberger.
Oh, yeah, they were long tossing he and Atwell like 50 and 60 yards before the game, so both of them have really good arms, really strong arms. And, again, though, I mentioned it earlier that it'll be interesting to see how this Owensboro Catholic team reacts if they run into somebody that has them up front and can kick some good pressure on the quarterback.
Carruthers hauls a high snap in, throws the pass complete over the middle and into the end zone. Good run after the catch by number 3, Riley Harville, freshman wide receiver. And it's Carruthers to Harville, making it 60-14, 4:40 on the clock and running. Halftime going by in just the blink of an eye.
Now, Todd, what is it? Because you mentioned the Mayfield game. What's the most points?
61-14 the score now.
Yeah, whatever Mayfield got earlier this year is the record. So it's 62 or 63 for a single game. The 41 points in the first quarter was the most ever by an opponent, and the 55 points in the first half was the most ever by an opponent.
61-14 the score as Owensboro Catholic takes a knee on the 2-point formation. They didn't go ahead and try to score to tack on to this one. So 61-14, John, we'll keep this one right here. Todd, some of your thoughts on this second half by Caldwell County's effort and what these players are being able to accomplish here in the second half coming out of the locker room?
Well, I think just putting 14 points up on the board looks good. When it was 55-0, it was just almost miserable, but you get a little life on the touchdown pass right before halftime there. Then you come out and put together a good drive. We all knew driving up here this game was probably a mismatch, and it's just the way it is. We've been on the other side of these things, and it just happens. This year it just happens to be that Owensboro Catholic is up and we're down a little bit. And, again, I think too much is made sometimes of the score. I mean, are you supposed to apologize for being good? I mean, when Caldwell was putting 60 points on the board, people were like, well, did you run it up? And it's like, no, not really. We just played football. I mean, isn't that the idea? And,
for a half, you've got to go out there and just execute, because you can't get lazy with it and build bad habits, and you can do that over the course of a game when you start thinking that you're better than what you are. What I think is going to be interesting is when these teams like Owensboro Catholic, Mayfield, Beechwood, Lexington Christian get down into those tougher games, how they play if they fall behind would be a fun thing to watch at one of these games.
Well, and, a team that could run the ball and really keep the clock moving might be interesting, keep the Owensboro Catholic offense off the field.
Caldwell takes a short kickoff and returns it back to the 38-yard line. Just 2.5 minutes now to play in this one. 61-14, your score here from Owensboro.
Well, Todd, I heard something this week. I kind of interested. I thought of you when I heard it. They're going to make a sequel to Spinal Tap coming out in March on the 40th anniversary of the original release.
I saw that. I'm interested to see it, although, a lot of times those sequels just don't quite live up to the original.
Well,
I remember Blues Brothers 2000. Didn't quite live up.
You're one of the few that remembers Blues Brothers 2000.
Well,
handoff in the backfield is snuffed out by Catholic.
I think Nigel still will be there, though. I think he can make it.
That's one of my favorite movies ever. I mean, there was so much great stuff back then.
Caldwell County has number 33 in the ball game at running back, and that is Nicholas Ricuti, I think is how we decided we were going to pronounce it last week. Ricuti still in the backfield with Parker, minute 20. Ricciuti on the carry, gets through the middle, but hit by the middle linebacker right at the 39-yard line.
Anytime I get lost anywhere, my first thoughts are, hello, Cleveland.
We've done got Todd in the movie mode. We got to get him out. He's got to do an interview in 1 minute. So,
you know, Paul, we was talking about earlier on the, 4 teams in the playoffs and the classes. Another one that I'm sure would be a popular idea around here. You tied me up and told me what I would do. I would think I'd look at going at 4 classes and a private class and let the privates all play against each other because they have certain innate advantages over public schools that they exploit frequently.
Ricciuti takes a lick at the 40-yard line. And that may be the last play from scrimmage here tonight. 61-14 is your score. Owensboro Catholic will advance. They put up 41 in the first quarter alone. Had a running clock. First time we've seen that this season. We've had some running clocks, but running clock in the first quarter is a rarity. That's going to be your final here. 61-14 is the final. We'll watch for Todd to catch up with one of the coaches for the joint barbecue post-game interview. Feel the heat of the game with Tiger Coaches, brought to you by the Joint Barbecue. Real talk, real time, real barbecue. Smoky, tender, full of flavor, just like our Tiger strategy on the field. Satisfy your taste buds. Feed your Tiger spirit. Real barbecue for the real game. Visit the Joint Barbecue online at jointbbqwky.com. Remember, life is sweeter when you're at the Joint. Final here tonight from Owensboro, 61-14. We'll watch for Todd to catch one of the coaches before we head into the Trilogy post-game report. And we'll also hope everybody will stay tuned for that Trilogy report. We'll have some closing words tonight from my buddy Bob Hayes as he is doing his last football game in his illustrious broadcasting career that's spanned basketball, baseball, softball, and football. Bob, if I could have got you up for a soccer game years ago, you could have really rounded that resume out a little bit.
I think we did 3 or 4 soccer games together, Dennis, but I have forgotten completely, not knowing anything at all about soccer.
Did you ever do any water polo games?
I've yet to do my first one.
We have a water polo team. It's a club team. It's done on order underground. They perform in ponds mostly, but we do have one. It's just kind of a well-kept secret.
We'll see if Todd can catch up with one of the coaches. I think he's hollering at birthday boy Bradley Stallings, but not sure if he's going to catch him. 61-14. It was all Catholic as they lived up to the billing. In all seriousness, that team that came out, the starters for Owensboro Catholic tonight, Atwell kid is the real deal. That Carrico was a great back, a great wide receiver as well. Just a couple of players that are going to play a lot of college football somewhere. And they were some fun players to watch here tonight. Todd, it's kind of fun also comparing, while you wait on one of the coaches, comparing Mayfield. We've seen Mayfield. Now we've seen Owensboro Catholic. If you had to pick a winner of that one, who would you choose?
Right now Owensboro Catholic looks awfully good, but Mayfield's awfully smart. They're usually pretty good up front. I think they'll figure out a way to compete. And as we talked during the game, be interesting to see a team that could put some pressure on the quarterback and maybe handle him up front. And got Coach Bradley Stallings now. And Coach, we knew this one was a tough one coming up here, but good to get the ball in the end zone a couple of times.
It was. Our kids didn't quit. And the seniors said they wanted to finish out. They wanted to play their last 2 halves of football, And so as a coach and as a former player and alumni of Caldwell County, those seniors, they wore the blue and the gold the way it's supposed to be worn. Even though it was a long year, wins and losses weren't on our side. But, man, they showed up every day ready to play. And, we told them, and I told them at halftime, I said, I love you. I'll take the field with you any day. And what this proves is you're going to be good fathers, you're going to be good husbands, and you're just going to be good men in life. And that's, as coaches, I don't know what more you can ask for.
Well, I said it all year that even when it was over on the record, it seemed like the team showed up with a good attitude. I mean, if there were any internal problems, nobody else knew about it except the team, and that's the way you kind of like it. And it's a tough season, 1-10, but I thought the guys competed all the time. And what more can you ask?
It was, and we knew going into the year we were up against a tough schedule, but these kids never quit. Man, they showed up every day. They did their film study, and it bodes well for the future. and the foundation is set, for next year. And, after when that clock struck zeros, it's time to go, get ready for next year at this point. Take a few, some time off, but get ready. But, this team right here, we were talking on the bus ride, me and Coach Wood, and I said, it's been a tough year, wins and losses, but I've enjoyed coming and working with these kids every day. And he said, you know what? He said, I said the same thing. He was talking to somebody else. I said the same thing. And that's a testament to these kids and their families.
Well, and that's a really good Owensboro Catholic team.
Oh, absolutely. And, everybody talks about their offense, and rightfully so. That quarterback is tough. He's a tough kid. But what impressed me on film, and even more when you watch them in the game, is their defense. Their defense is a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
They're not flashy. They're not flashy,
Quick.
but, man, they're quick, and their linebackers, they're such classic they mirror step, and they're downhill, and they're in their gaps, and they're tough, and they take on blocks with the correct shoulders. I mean, it's just it's tough. It's a tough defense. Well-coached team.
All right, thanks, Brad. Happy birthday.
Hey, thanks, Todd. I appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you, man. Thank y'all.
Yeah. That's Bradley Stallings, and guys, talk about Caldwell County football. I think I kind of dragged Bradley away from his parents and his family, and I was, he was still good to come over here and talk to us after the game, and I really appreciate it. But we all knew coming up here this was a tough one, but Tigers did what they could do, and fun to get a couple of scores up on the board here tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for that interview, Todd. That's the joint barbecue post-game interview from down on the field with Todd and the coaching staff for Caldwell County tonight. It was birthday boy Bradley Stallings. And, Bob, before we go to break, we're already starting to get some of the compliments to you from the text world. Seath Butts, our buddy Coach Seath Butts, has texted in and says, tell Bob thanks for his well-appreciated time listening tonight from Dalton, Georgia. So glad to have Seath and company listening to us tonight, and some well-deserved compliments to you tonight to lead us into the postgame show. That's the Trilogy postgame show, and that's next here on WPKY.
Entering its 10th year, the Planters Bank Season of Giving is a bank tradition that has a goal of bringing awareness to community organizations. This year, the focus is on local and area businesses. Gifts, experiences, and delicious meals will be spotlighted for each of the Planters Bank communities. Planters is sharing a little about the many wonderful small businesses in this area in hopes of bringing additional awareness and even new customers their way during this holiday season.
Caldwell Medical Center would like to invite you to attend a weight loss seminar the first Tuesday of every month. They will meet in the Education Room at Caldwell Medical Center at 6 p.m. Please join Dr. Mobley, Caldwell's very own general surgeon that specializes in medical and surgical weight loss. If you can't come in person, join them on Facebook Live. Once again, it's the first Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. at the Caldwell Medical Center. Hope to see you there.
At Goodwin Insurance, they select their insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with the agents at Goodwin Insurance, you can count on receiving fast, courteous professional service with quality protection. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
At Tri-Suez, they're ordering it your way. How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exteriors with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Tri-Suez in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit trisuez.com. That's trisuez.com.
The legacy continues. Caldwell County Tiger football and 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton. Time for a recap of tonight's action. The WPKY Tiger postgame report is on the air.
We are back in Owensboro. Caldwell County loses in the first round of the 2A playoffs tonight to highly touted Owensboro Catholic, 61-14. The final here tonight. Owensboro Catholic with 8 possessions in the first half, 8 touchdowns, 41 first quarter points. This one was over and over early, but Caldwell County showed some guts out there on the field and showed a lot of effort, puts 14 points on the board, and the final tonight, 61-14. This is the Trilogy postgame report. Trilogy provides top-of-the-line equipment and a vast array of classes, as well as an open gym. They're a family-friendly environment that focuses on achieving your sports performance and fitness goals. Cheering on the Tigers, Trilogy wishes you the best of luck this season. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy Performance Sports. 61-14 here, the final against a very good Owensboro Catholic team. They'll move on and face another opponent next week, either Crittenden or Todd Central, and could play at home up to 3 more times before a state championship possibility. So it's a team that has some bigger aspirations than a first-round win.
Absolutely, and as we found out, this could be District 1 versus District 2 in the state Class 2A final at Kroger Field in Lexington. So that's something to look forward to.
Guys, I want to get your opinion. Caldwell County was going to face an uphill battle tonight regardless. We all knew that coming in. You always want to stay positive, and this is an easy group to stay positive with because of the effort they put on the field. They were outmatched numerous times this season against some very good teams on that schedule, but they came out, tried their best. Now you've got a bunch of kids that have played their last football game, and I was talking with somebody at the golf course this week how football is kind of different from other sports. When you play your last game, you've probably played your last football game. If you play baseball, you can play some pickup softball somewhere along the way or some games like that. If you can always get in a pickup basketball game and play some basketball somewhere. If you're on the golf team, you're going to be able to go out and play that individually. Football, when your season is over and your high school career is over, chances are, if you're not going to college, you've just played your last football.
And exactly, I read that same thing this week myself, where there's nothing like putting that helmet on. You don't put helmets on in any other sport to play in the summertime or whatever. So, yeah, when you play your last football game, you've played your last football game.
Yeah, I mean, these, the kids, seniors, it's pretty much it. They're, heck, the first semester for school is, knocking on the door, being over. So they're, about halfway to graduating and moving on to life and whatever their chosen field is. So it's a finality thing. It's definitely that. Like, I mean, you just don't see a whole lot of football going on outside of an organized game anymore. So it's, it's kind of reality for those kids. But, hopefully they don't have any regrets. Hopefully, they've, gotten everything out of it and don't look back and say, I wished I had done this or that. And so, hope they have a good life with it.
Maybe the last time you put your uniform on is when you go trick-or-treating with the helmet and all that stuff.
I guess you could do that. Todd, you just holler at us when you have the stats ready here on the Trilogy post-game report, and we'll go down to you.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Okay, go ahead and bring them to us.
All right, post-game stats brought to everybody by West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football. West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials. And again, thanks to them for providing stats and our halftime moment in history this season. The Owensboro Catholic Aces finishing with 394 total yards of offense. Brady Atwell had 246 yards passing in the first half on 16 of 20 passing. The Aces finished the game 21 of 26, 333 yards in the air, another 61 on the ground, 394 total, 15 first downs for the Aces tonight. And for Caldwell County, the Tigers finish with 138 total yards. The Tigers did have 9 first downs in the game. Luke Parker, 11 of 22 in the air for 97 yards. Tigers had another 41 yards rushing in the contest. Spikes actually finishing the game as the Tigers' leading rusher tonight with 7 carries for 27 yards. Luke Parker had 23 yards on the ground. Gus Fox with 5 catches for 61 yards and a couple of touchdowns tonight, so a big night for him. But the Tigers with 138 total, and Owensboro Catholic with 394 total tonight here in Owensboro. One more award to give out, the Parker Eye Care's Eye on the Tiger Award tonight. And, sometimes I don't like just giving this to a group, but I think it's appropriate tonight. I'm going to give this to the Tiger seniors. I looked out there in the fourth quarter. It's 55-14, and Cole Sherrill and Maurice Seals are still trying to chase guys down and make plays on the defensive side of the football. So being the last time for the seniors, I'm just going to give the award tonight to the Tiger seniors, the Parker Eye Care Eye on the Tiger Award. Tired of dry, itchy eyes? Discover relief with OptiLight by Luminous at Parker Eye Care. Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to bright, clear vision. Learn more at parkereyecare.com. See you on the field with Parker Eye Care. You're always in clear sight. Again, the Parker Eye Care Eye on the Tiger Award tonight. We're going to go with the Tiger seniors playing their last game of the season here tonight in Owensboro. And guys, you look at the record, final record of 1-10, but I think in a lot of ways it was a fun season, an interesting season. Sure, everybody would rather be 11-0 and moving on right now, but that doesn't always happen. And I think the Tigers did all they could with this season. It was a difficult schedule, but, I would love to go back and replay a few of those games. I'd like to have that Hopkins County Central game back again. Would love to play Christian County again. Like to take our chances with Christian County and Murray again, but it is what it is. Tigers falling tonight here in Owensboro, 61-14 to the Owensboro Catholic Aces. And guys had fun down here on the sideline this season, helping everybody bring Tiger football to all the listeners.
All right, thank you for that report from down on the sideline, Tom. We appreciate you this season being a part of this WPKY broadcast team, and great input from down on the field all season long. We really enjoyed that. One of the few high school teams that has sideline reporters as part of their broadcast package. So we have really appreciated Todd and the great job he does down on the sideline each and every week. 61-14, the final. We're going to take one last break this season here on the Trilogy Postgame Report. When we come back, we'll hand out a few awards, and we'll end the night with the microphone handed over to my buddy Bob Hayes as he has called his final high school football game in his career, and we'll talk to him more after the break on the Trilogy Postgame Report next.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton, 270-365-3018. Hometown proud. Go Tigers!
We're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore at Joyner Hardware on Main Street in Princeton.
At Caldwell Medical Center, our transitional care patients receive the same care as they would in a skilled nursing facility, including physical, occupational, respiratory, speech therapies, and more. Every situation is unique. We help our patients reach their personal goals for independent living, all delivered with the care and compassion our patients deserve. Right here, close to home. For more information, visit caldwellmedical.com.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Powering your lives and lighting up your nights. Princeton Electric Plant Board's community spirit shines bright. Entrusted with the glow of our fields, they keep our Tigers' pathways illuminated to victory. A shout out goes to our Tigers, Preston Burrell and Cole Wyatt, as they roar into a new season. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to a safe and victorious year from your one and only Princeton Electric Plant Board. They're not just a service, they're community.
At YourSportsEdge.com, we strive every day to continue to bring you the gold standard in high school sports coverage with more on your teams and your players.
Or did it show up there?
And while they are not gold,
Unbelievable.
those crystal awards we have won for doing what we love to do
Tough defense.
are pretty cool too.
That's something you see every day.
The Kentucky Broadcasters' Best Digital Product Award winner.
Ball game over.
YourSportsEdge.com.
Welcome back to the Trilogy Postgame Report. Owensboro Catholic, a big winner tonight over Caldwell County in the first round of the playoffs, 61-14 tonight, as Caldwell sees their season end at 1-10 on the season. This is the Trilogy Performance Sports Postgame Report. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy Performance Sports. Bob, time now to hand out the last awards of the season. We'll kick it off with the C3 Electric Power Line Play of the Game. C3 Electric sells and services Generac generators, new construction, remodels, and more. With over 25 years of experience, you can trust C3 Electric for quality service and installation.
And I agree with Todd on his award tonight. We're going to go with the two seniors, Maurice Seals and Cole Sherrill, as our linemen of the game. Seniors playing their last football game for Caldwell County.
All right, and congratulations to those two guys on the honor tonight from the C3 Electric Power Line Players of the Game. Let's go down now to the quick cut of the game, and some of our favorite guys sponsor this one. Big Boys Barbershop. Walk-ins are welcome at Big Boys, so come on by for that quick cut. Join Mike. We'll slick you up quick at Big Boys Barbershop, 117 West Main in Princeton, where you can walk right in for that quick cut.
And our quick cut award, actually, it's going to be shared tonight. I'm feeling a little bit generous here in my last night. Dennis, we got Cam Spikes and Luke Parker. Cam led the Tigers in rushing tonight. Luke second. Couple of nice runs by Cam tonight. Luke had a really nice scramble late, leading to our first half touchdown. So those two gentlemen will share the quick cut award, Cam Spikes and Luke Parker.
All right, that moves us to the catch of the ball game, brought to you by Coleman Auto Parts in Princeton, your hometown Napa Auto Parts dealer. They have tools, equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, golf cart, and farm. Stop by and see Charles Quinn Coleman and his staff at Coleman Auto Parts in Princeton. Napa know-how at its best.
And again, we're going to have a dual winners tonight in that category, Gus Fox and Cooper Mobley. Gus seemed like with his 5 catches tonight, they were all really heavily contested. Cooper Mobley the same way, and for those guys to catch the ball and hang on to it is certainly to be patted on the back for their efforts tonight. So Gus Fox, Cooper Mobley, Catch of the Game award.
And the play of the game tonight brought to you by the Athletic Center in Princeton, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Need game day attire? Just stop in, check out their screen printing and embroidery work. That's the Athletic Center in Princeton, a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics.
And the play of the game, in my opinion, tonight is by Luke Parker. In the first half, as we were going in for our only touchdown of the first half, Luke scrambled from basically the 18-yard line down to the 3-yard line. Nifty's running on his part to get us in position to score that touchdown just right before the half ended. So Luke Parker is our Play of the Game award winner tonight.
Congratulations to Luke and to all the players chosen tonight for the post-game awards. The final here tonight from Owensboro, it was Catholic 61, Caldwell County 14. Caldwell ends the season at 1-10 this year. A tough season for Caldwell County, but still great effort by the Tigers as they wound down the regular season and on into tonight into the playoffs. Bob, before we get to you, I want to thank a few people. I want to thank all of our sponsors this season for helping us bring Caldwell County football your way. We appreciate everybody that signed on this season and always a lot of great support from our sponsors. I want to thank Todd down on the field for the sideline reports all season long. Great job on that. Got to thank our guy, Bob, John Miller. I mean, there's nobody in the business any better than putting this game on week in and week out, sometimes tough conditions, cramped quarters. We've broadcast games with him in the booth and some of us out of the booth at times this year. So nothing is ever too tough for John. He always comes through, and nobody is on top of their game any more than John.
He is very, very, very talented and a blessing for WPKY to have on their staff.
Absolutely. I want to thank a latecomer to the team, but a fun one for about half the season. That's Bruce McAllister. He entered a bid in the Optimus Club radio auction to do a football game with us, liked it so much that he said he was open to doing the rest of the season with us. We got the permission from the powers that be, and he's been a great addition to the booth up here on 4 or 5 games now. Just had a lot of fun with him, and appreciate you, Bruce, for coming in late in the season and joining the crew.
Well, thank you. I had a good time doing it. I really thought I was going to be the lucky charm that would lead the team to undefeated rest of the season in the state championship. So, obviously, I'm not a good luck charm.
Well, being a Brewers fan, you'll understand. Missed it by that much.
Yeah. Being a Brewers fan, losing is part of the deal. But I had a good time doing it, enjoyed it, and was a lot of fun. And like I said, hopefully next year the Tigers will kind of learn from this and build off this and have a better season.
And that's going to bring us down to our man of the hour, if you will, right now. Bob Hayes has had a great career in broadcasting just about any sport that Caldwell County plays. Bob's had a hand in broadcasting games at one time or another. He had some congratulations on his career that's coming to an end tonight. Will Brown passes along his compliments to you and also said you were dead on with the conversation about when you get done playing football, how tough it is to walk away from it. So he really appreciated that as we close out this season tonight. So here on the last of the Trilogy postgame report, I'm going to give the microphone solely over to you, and you can close us out tonight here from Owensboro.
Dennis, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. As many of you know tonight, my sports broadcasting career at WPKY will come to an end. It has been a source of great enjoyment and pleasure to have been a part of WPKY Sports. There are people to thank along the way for giving me this opportunity. My career began with Darren Smiley asking me to be his analyst in 2012. I didn't know if it was going to be a one-year run or years thereafter, but I quickly came to enjoy radio broadcasting. Darren was with me for 3 years, and in 2015, Dennis Stevens took over the play-by-play responsibilities. Also that same year, 2015, he took me from the chain gang into broadcasting football, serving as the analyst. So getting me from the football chain gang after 22 years to move to the radio booth, I think I was ready to go. The chains were a source of pride and enjoyment working with good friends like Jerry Perkins, Dono McGregor, Fred Foltz, and Philip Sisk. Also during the years 2015 through 2022, I did the broadcast of Tiger baseball and softball. As my career ends tonight, I did 11 years of basketball, 9 years of football, and 7 years of baseball and softball. Along the way, I've met and worked with many fine people, beginning with Darren Smiley and our radio technician at that time, Caroline Garcia. Later, I would be joined by Ty Engelbright and Jordan Dunn, with Jordan helping do all the sports as our technician. Both of these gentlemen are good friends of mine. Lately, I've been with a crew that I consider to be totally outstanding, starting with Dennis Stevens, in my opinion, the best high school play-by-play announcer in Western Kentucky. Dennis is always prepared and puts the broadcast on his shoulders. The technician serving the broadcast the last several years has been John Miller. John is extremely gifted and a true professional in working with the audio and visual productions that we do. He helped me considerably when I did the coach's pregame interview. I will miss the camaraderie with Dennis, John, and lately Bruce McAllister. Also want to thank Dan, Jalen Hughes, and Joe and Kathy McEnany for keeping WPKY alive when it looked like we would lose our radio station. Finally, a big thanks to the Edge Media Group and Beth Mann, who purchased the Hughes-McEnany ownership and began a new era of radio in the Princeton, Caldwell County area. The station improved the signal and our equipment, and WPKY is now a vibrant part of our community. Lastly, I want to thank my wife, Pat, for giving me the freedom to do my sports announcing. Closing out tonight in my career, I'll use the sign-off that I used on my baseball and softball broadcast. I borrowed this from Wade Hoyt, former pitcher of the New York Yankees, but broadcast announcer of the Cincinnati Reds in the 50s and 60s. And that's going to be it from Owensboro tonight. The final score here in Owensboro is Owensboro Catholic 61, Caldwell County 14. Thanks to you, the listeners, for letting us into your homes, cars, etc. It's been a very enjoyable ride for me. For John Miller, Bruce McAllister, Todd Griffin, and Dennis Stevens, this is Bob Hayes, and the old right-hander is rounding third and heading for home. So long, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Caldwell County Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide streaming audio on WPKYonline.com and on your free WPKY app. Your announcers are Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, and Todd Griffin, along with Gary Goodacre. Tiger Football is produced by John Miller, executive producer Beth Mann. You'll be able to see a complete wrap-up of tonight's game at yoursportsedge.com. Video of tonight's game can be found at WPKYonline.com. From vinyl to virtual, we've been there for